dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
A beautiful rendition, quite moving in fact, from Jasmine Pritchard. A little bit more mellow and felt the goosebumps. Quite honestly, here for the Star-Spangled Banner, Jasmine Pritchard, as we get things underway here with qualifier 2, that is the Challenger. And San Francisco Unicorns up against the Washington Freedom. Who'll forget that game last night with all the records broken? Just outrageous. 266 tracked down with 8 balls to spare. The Freedom got 270 for 4. House and Smith hundreds to match Poran's 100, and Nicky P, he loved it and dined out, but he came second in the end. Both sides unchanged for the Challenger. Win this, you're going to meet the LA Knight Riders on Super Saturday for the grand finale here at the Oakland Coliseum. So the usual suspects and wonderful quality stars and young USA players on this big stage of the Cognizant MLC. Very exciting. 2 young on-field umpires, Leslie Reefer and Rashane Samuels from the United States. Reefer, of course, he's Bayesian from Barbados, and Matt Short, who had a pretty good time of it in qualifier 1, but couldn't get up and win it for the Unicorns. He got 94 not out, the skipper. Young Krishnamurti got 65, the young American star. Just couldn't quite get them over the line in the end, and they lost to the Knight Riders by 7 runs. And of course now the Knight Riders lying in wait. They went straight into the Saturday final. But when you think about Steve Smith, fresh off his 100 last night, he'll feel good about life. We've got Robin Utapa alongside. Just joking, just being naughty. Robin Utapa, of course, is with me. These two very exciting.
Daniel, good evening. This is a quick turnaround for the Freedom. Just played an absolute belter of a game last night. We actually have to come back so quickly. Might make them feel like they've dropped from that crescendo and have to start back up again. So it's not easy, and they are batting first. And it's always better to chase on this ground in the evenings.
Rob, do you think there'll be a little bit of a hangover from last night?
Yeah, there could be. No, it's certainly possible, because what happened last night is a very rare occurrence in cricket. Chasing down 265 over 56s and finishing it overs to spare. Yeah, so it can be a big high. It can be little bit of a hangover after that.
Well, they've got 2 quality guys opening, Steve Smith himself and Mitchell Owen. And they're going to be up against Xavier Bartlett from Australia. So we've got quite an Aussie affair here in terms of both opening batters and the opening bowler for the Unicorns. Countdown is on for the challenger. Yeah, time to rock and roll here for the Unicorns up against the Freedom. Let's see if Owen can get going here this evening. Oh, and straight away, he wants to fat one downtown.
Yeah, look to go towards long on. That swung away. Bartlett in the outswinger. Yeah, good length that though. Yeah, nice swing. How that missed the stump, only God knows.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Rob, that lovely curve. He does get a bit of out. And of course, he seams it back in off the pitch, off the proud new cricket ball and the seam on it. Make it move around off the pitch. There, that's what he was looking for, the first one. The second one, though, disappears for the maximum.
Yeah, he's got all of this one, hasn't he? Second ball, same zone, out of the park. Again, try to bowl the outswinger. Covered the line this time. Freed his arms. 259 feet 6. How about that for a start?
Well, he's just warming up. If he doesn't get over 320 feet, there'll be some problems. The coach will be on his case. Oh, beauty. It's a great retort. The comeback and into the surface. But his intent, as ever, from Mitch Owen is very obvious.
Yeah, the first half of the season went exceptionally well for him, but after that, it's been pretty poor. He's again batting on 7 right now, and he's gotten out there 2 or 3 times. But when he gets going, boy oh boy is he a delight to watch. But this man here just stopped from getting going last night.
There, he was 110 not out, Captain Smith. That is the length, yeah. Test match length we talk about. It's ex-players and commentary. 5-day test cricket of the red ball. This is it when you think about into the surface. Look at that lovely presentation of the scene. Watch it go off the pitch and away from Stephen Smith's outside edge. Yeah, 110 not out. He hit 9, smashed 9 sixes, and hit 7 fours in a match-winning innings alongside House, who got 132 himself. They put on 241, did Smith and House last night. Oh, bold. Coming up nicely for Xavier Bartlett.
Bartlett's bowled exceptionally well, but Steve Smith played so well last night. Clean hitting, good positions, and just played all around the park. He even managed to hit a 6-over backward point to a spinner. It's just delightful batting. Can he go on, is the question.
Well bowled. It's a great posse, that area there. So, first one done, 8 for none. Ah, the Golden Gate. No, it's sorry, the Bay. It's the Bay Bridge. Getting far too excited, didn't have enough sleep.
I think you're hungover after yesterday's performance.
Oh, exhausted. Yeah, what a lineup. And hot to trot. And you think of it, House and Smith in particular. But yeah, Mitch Owen, he'd love a score because only once batting second this season has Mitch Owen reached double figures. Isn't that freaky? Batting second, that is. Up front, he's gone well. So might be a good omen. Here's Couch. And there goes Smith. No surprises there. One of those go-tos early from Captain Smith. Hello, who's gone down?
I think he's gone down. Maybe just a cramp. Or it's just a hammy or a knee. Doesn't feel good there. Must have done something. Big innings last night. I think, oh, he's landed funnily on it. He's hobbling immediately after. They're going to have a look at him. Never good. Clever shot though. There wasn't any fine leg, so low risk shot. Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. Maybe the tendon. Physio's out. Have a look. Funnily enough, he's holding his left knee, Danny. Not his right, because he got down on his right knee.
Yeah, and look, anatomy physiologists will tell you in terms of your leg injuries or hammies, and then you've also got the Velcro straps on there that can cut into those tendons around the back. Those who do work out and go to the gym a bit, and you think about your IT band running down the outside of your thigh and then into your knee, affecting all those areas, and your patella tendon, they're all affected by your lower back into your hamstrings and your IT band and into those knee areas. And you consider his innings last night. He opened and batted through with Andres House to get that win. So he seems okay. It'll just be a bit of a niggle and sort of a little bit of a catching. Hobble through with that. Probably the best thing for a try and, you know, athletes will tell you, just try and run it out.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to shake it off with a good stride down the wicket. Hopefully nothing serious for Steve Smith. Mitch Owen though hasn't gone past 10 double figures, but head to head, have a look at that. Freedom have the rub on the Unicorns. 5 out of 8 wins.
Yorker length is at the bottom of the blade, straight into the turf. Pretorius getting excited, but it's a Q-ender straight into the turf.
Yeah, he's clear, isn't he? He's going to go downtown. He's going to go hard. On Couch, it's bowling wheels here. 87 miles an hour, that one. A remitly speedy delivery. He's full of them.
And at the stumps, going full again. So just trying to get a bit of shape here. Both Xavier Bartlett, Brody Couch, shape. He's got faster as the tournament's gone on, as Brody Couch. He's been up there in the mid 140s with a remitly speedy delivery, just checking it out and confirming that. Quicker than you think. Holds over a good brace front leg, good solid action to bowl quick. Ouch. Big shout. Has he got any wood on it? Or is it angling a bit too much? Do they like it enough to review it? Yeah, Pretorius should just say maybe sliding down to use the DRS.
Yeah, not going to go with it. Felt like it was sliding down. It's bowling really quickly here. In fact, if you, yeah, just perhaps sliding down. Umpires call that. Yeah, you can look at Pretorius saying going down. Wasn't confident.
No use of Wayne Boogie Knights, who is our TV umpire here upstairs with us. Oh, I thought maybe a little tickle. No. Good pace. It's hurried through. We've had 2. And the freedom of 13 without loss. You're saying an angle and Pretorius was spot on. And you've got to rely on your keeper in these situations. The man with the gloves on has a big say. About the line, the angle and everything like that. And Pretorius was spot on. Moving better now, Smith. Gorgeous conditions, late afternoon sun or early evening, as it maybe it's 6:40 p.m. Of course, it's the middle of summer in this part of the world. Look at that. Hashtag we love a drone cam. Oh, oh. Time for a change at the bowling crease. There's Madassa. It's been a little expensive, but he gets people out. Bowled, good little start into the surface, and the protection, even the 2 men out, you've got to have them in key areas.
Yeah, he bowls well. He is a tad bit expensive. Roshane Samuels standing in his 20th T20 game from the USA. And his partner, Leslie Reefer, standing in his 130th T20 game. He's part of the ICC panel as well. Here's Mudassar.
Well, the angle. He really wanted to heave this onto that onside, but it's that length and going away from Owen. He has to chalk up another one.
Yeah, he's throwing the kitchen sink at everything, isn't he? So Owen, funny Danny, hasn't just have a feeling, or watching him bat in the beginning of the season to batting now, feels like he's standing a little bit more upright. He was a little bit more lower. Crunched through the offside, single only, and just feel like he is a little bit upright, and it also feels like because he hasn't got a string of scores behind him, he's trying too hard at the moment. Hands are hard a little bit. Can tend to happen until you kind of break those shackles off by getting a few boundaries. Feels like he's searching for those boundaries now.
Yeah, this season he's a very impressive strike rate. We know that. Certainly, in terms of volume of runs, you would have liked a bit more. Not the worst, sure. But again, when you open the batting, you bat 1 or 2 and you open the innings and bat inside the power play, you do have a massive role, bit of an advantage. You're used to opening the batting, you've got to get big scores. And that's how he plays. Very handsome stroke down the ground from Mitch Owen.
Yeah, connected this time. Pass mid-on for 4. Intent the same. And slightly better with his positions this time. It seemed and feel like he was getting ready slightly late. Up until this point, this one smoked it.
Field changed. You had the man at long off go out straight down the ground, and the man at deep backward square came a little bit finer. So just, yeah, strategically thinking here, given that Madassa is quite different. For a start, his left arm versus Bartlett right arm, and all those different angles that the lefties create. So he's got 1 ball left to get out of the over. It's not too bad. 8, they'll take that. Can he finish with maybe just a single or a dot, or even better, can he remove Smith here? Oh, nearly. There's the edge, the false stroke. No slips in. Flashing blade. It races away. 12 off. It's 25 for none. Cricket. Game of millimetres. It got a little bit less wood on it. Could have gone through to Pretorius with the gloves on. Another day, yeah, gets a little tickle, and the man with the gloves on is in business. Not today. Oh, good luck, bowlers. Fabulous scenes here. The Oakland Coliseum, of course, the Oakland A's. This was their home pavilion, their home stadium. Brilliant. They're unchanged, and so are the Freedom. So look at Pretorius and Allen. Both got out for first ball ducks last night. They relied on Short and Krishnamurti to do the job. Hopefully, Unicorn fans will be thinking, can the openers do it? Here's Harris Ralph, Pakistani pace ace. It's pretty good. A wicket a game. You'd like a few more, sure. But he's had a pretty good time of it at Cognizant MLC in season 4. On for Couch. Straight away, he's into it as Mitch Owen trying to go big.
Yeah, he's trying to go big every ball, isn't he? But match 5, he went massive. 155 of 68 deliveries at Dallas at the Grand Prairie Stadium. There was no stopping him. Smashed the bowlers to every part of the park. Got 155 in the end.
Yeah, he's a bit of a freak. Big fella, long levers. Smith has tried to smash this into the stands and follow on from last evening. Again, sometimes with Harris Ralph, a lovely little subtle change of pace. Not all about 145 clicks.
It just felt like it held in the wicket just a touch there. And a wobble ball. Wobbled through, pitched and came back in, not much bounce. Expecting a little bit more bounce. Wicket gets better only in the evening, the second half.
Didn't quite get it sweet, but it got enough because it's a small boundary on that side here at Oakland for 4. Captain Smith.
Yeah, got enough on it to go for 4. Getting a move on now. Pitched up. Again, trying to bowl on the seam. Came back in. Covered the line this time. Despite hitting the inside half of the bat, the ball went for 4.
Well, you talk about the Oakland Coliseum. 51 sixes last night. Another 51 would take Oakland to 500 sixes. The quickest to get there at a venue ever. Poof. Batters lighted up like a pinball machine here. Hello, hello, it's gone all the way. Mid-wicket thought he was in business for a moment, but it sails all the way.
What a shot. Again, holding great positions here, Steve Smith. And as soon as he saw it shot, pounced on it immediately. Picked up the ball beautifully over mid-wicket. He's got 11 of the over so far.
All-time run rate at Oakland, 9.17. Only 2 other venues are higher than Oakland. Bold. And that is in Bulgaria. Let's get on the bus to Bulgaria. It's Vasilevsky in Sofia at 9.48. And then Imran Khan Stadium in Peshawar at 9.27 in terms of the all-time run rate at a venue. So we know the Oakland Coliseum favoured for the batters to go big.
And they go big all right. What a fantastic stadium this is. Hashtag, we love the drone, don't we?
So spoiled with the vista and the view, the outlook. Protection, but not good enough with the dive. And Mitch Owen picks up another boundary. This over goes for 16 in the freedom of 41 without loss now.
Beautiful scenes of the Bay Area. An ultimate game of the season. We're in the playoffs of Cognizant MLC. Freedom having been inserted to bat. They're starting to move. Just over the innings. 16 runs coming from Harris Ralph's first. Mitchell Owen in his customary style, finding a way to manufacture it into the leg side. Good strike. Change of ends for Brodie Couch. He bowled a very good first over. He's got his velocity up in a big way, hitting up over 140 kilometers an hour, about 90 miles an hour regularly. Welcome, and I'm delighted to have a man who hit that 90 mile an hour marker plenty himself. Liam Plunkett. Liam, firstly, good evening to you. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me. Speaking to the Unicorns bowlers today, I look at a lot of the freedom hitters that went from mid-off all the way to kind of cow. That's been the majority of the runs scored. So it'll be interesting to see if Brodie Couch does use the middle of the wicket. Interesting to see how he goes.
Mullered, and mullered all the way. I felt it was going to be 4, but somehow it soared for 6. A wry smile from Matt Short. Good strike from Steve Smith.
Press onto his front foot. No respect for the pace, but he's used to facing pace in Australia and probably played against Brodie Couch a few times. That's called a slap. A slap for 4 over deep mid-wicket. Excellent shot. He's in fine form.
Seems to have been the line that's caused both Smith and Owen problems, actually. That kind of tight to leg stump line, almost into the pads, not allowing either batter to free their arm.
I remember going to the bowling plans last year for the Unicorns against Owen. It was trying to get between leg stump, like in between his pad. It was trying, like, that's the angle because it cramps him up, doesn't allow his arms to come through it. So that was kind of like, you're missing a leg stump. That's the area you're going to. Hard pace, cross seam at that top of leg stump. Box height. And he finds it quite difficult, but if you get it wrong, he's going to fetch it, you know.
Perfect line. Again, it's angling down. Pretorius interested once more. Can you explain to viewers at home and around the world, what are the bowling plans? What are the discussions that you have as Couch gets it up to 93 miles an hour, 149.2 clicks? It's clearly angling down, going to miss the leg stump, but rapid in pace. But what are the plans that you go through before the game?
You go through each batter, the strengths, the weaknesses, how you get them out. If they're in form, how you give them a single to get the other batter on strike. So there's many different plans for one batsman.
Beautiful cricket stroke, and the 50 comes up in the grandest of styles. We've seen power, we've seen brutality across the course of the last 2 match days. This was all class from Steve Smith.
Oh, the pitch looks like Brodie Couch is trying to potentially go on Yorker again, to be honest with you. He's going real block hole, misses it. Steve Smith steps away. Excellent shot. That's like 3 amigos. That's his sword, just wafting that sword around. It's beautiful, elegant. He's such a good player. Opens his blade, smokes it through the covers.
50 partnership brought up, 29 deliveries. Oh, this is even better. And that's going to thud into the wall. In the olden days, that would have been a massive home run. This time it's a 6, as it's an 18-run over. Freedom, 59 for none. Really good start, this. For the Freedom, they were inserted to bats in the way in which they've responded and accelerated through this power play. Really impressive from the Freedom. Problem is, Liam Plunkett, what is par and what's defendable given what we saw last night?
And the wicket obviously can get better. Steve Smith said at the start it gets a bit of dew on it and it might skid on perfect to the middle of the bat. So yeah, these guys struggled up. The first few overs hard to get away, but now they're looking fine form. 59 off 5 overs. Definitely need 200 here.
And maybe the rest to go with it. Yeah, it's so hard to know what a defendable total is for 2 reasons. One, how good the surface is, and with due respect to Ricky Ponting and Steve Smith's men, they've not bowled well this season. They have some fine bowlers, no doubt. But they have not collectively, as a unit, at any point really put it together on any kind of consistent basis anyway. See spin for the first time now. Hassan Khan will come into the attack. And he's been dispatched into the crowd. Always going to be a risk to go to spin in the power play. And despite angling in, Owen launches it out the ground.
Not too much spin as it's sliding on. Dangerous. Brave over. Sits back, waits for it. Huge strength, to be honest with you, mate. It's not a big hit. It doesn't need to be. That's why this over is so dangerous to bowl at Owen.
Oh no, this is close. This is very close. But no interest in terms of the bounce. Promise you it was adjacent, Liam. But he's a big, tall man, isn't he, Mitchell Owen? Short, has a think, doesn't go upstairs. Will not take the review. I think it was going to go on in terms of straight enough. But maybe was it bouncing too much? Picked up a long way. I wonder, will they come to rue that lack of a review? Second maximum of the over.
A little bit quicker. The LBW decision, that ball was flighted a little bit high and give it a bounce. This time Owen just waits and just slaps that over the leg side. Not a massive hit again, doesn't need to be. Dangerous over from the Unicorns. Over and pay for this. 71, 5.3. They're moving quickly here.
Hassan Khan has really been used very sparingly this season with the ball. Just 18 overs coming into today, and he's only picked up 1 wicket. He's not particularly economical either. Going to be 6 more. The third 6 in 4 deliveries. Take cover up in the crowd. Mitchell Owen is back with a bang.
Thing about the best players, they can score, they can go quiet for a few games, but they always come back and do something dangerous. He's looking in fine nick here, dragged down. Obviously, you don't want to pitch it up too full because it's going to get banged over your head. But if you drop it too short, guess what? It's going to go back over your head as well.
I just think he's got his lengths wrong, and he's not really bowling the pace you'd like to see either. Real pressure on Hassan Khan. There's going to be 6 more. This is outstanding batting and dropped in the crowd. It's the 4th 6 in 5 deliveries, and the Freedom are ending this power play with a bang.
Tried to go a bit wide, like an arm ball, finger down the seam, but it went straight to the slot. A big man with a long reach, and he's not going to miss out on that. Give himself room as well, stretch for it. Got a massive chunk of it, 78 metres.
It's all the cricketing world brought to the attention. Now, this is the LBW. I personally would have reviewed this. It could well be proved wrong. It's going to go over the top, I think. But just with the fact that it's Owen, I might have felt it was worth the risk. It was bouncing over. Good decision not to review. They retained 2. Straight through him. And Khan strikes back to bring the Unicorns faithful to life. Big wicket, that one.
Quicker ball here, skidded on, arm ball again, snuck under the bat and took middle and leg stump, or leg stump out of the ground. Mitch Owen looked in some serious nick there after he's not scored for a few games. He'd be disappointed that he's departing. And he goes for, Mitch Owen goes for 42, Freedom 83 for 1.
First wicket has fallen. And what is this virtual semi-final, the Challenger, match number 33 of the season, third game of the playoffs. Rachin Ravindra will come to the crease as a consequence. Got an action-packed start, haven't we, Liam? All sorts happening. 24 runs and a wicket in the over.
Then you bring in this man, Ravinder. Here we go again. Quicker ball, good pace, snuck under the bat of Owen. Under pressure, Khan has done really well there. Been pumped for 30 off the over. Sorry, 24 off the over, so come back like that and take a big wicket. But what we just talked about, he'll be happy what he did there for the team. Owen will be. Great power play.
Talk about 42 off 19 at the top with this depth that Freedom batting has. I think that's job done. Here comes Xavier Bartlett. Be happy with just the single. The Lexus power plays here at the Oakland Coliseum during the playoffs. It's all been happening. The leather has been flying everywhere, and Steve Smith merely picking up from where he left off last night.
Classical cricket shots. Looked outstanding. He thought he got injured in that second over there, but he banged it to all parts. Obviously Owen back to the party, smoked it as well. Job done, 40 odd off not many. Puts him in a strong position in this power play. 84 on the board.
Good diving stop. We got some great news for you cricket fans at home. Just look at who Nikhil Chandani's got standing alongside him down pitch side.
There are only a few people in the world that can handle an occasion like this. In fact, what world? The universe. We've got the universe boss with us, Christopher Henry, Gear Legend. It's amazing to see you. Look around. You are a trailblazer in this format. How does this make you feel to see Cognizant MLC like this?
It's always good to be here, to be honest with you. Last year was fantastic, being a part of the final as well. But I'm here for the playoffs and then the final again on Saturday. In a 60,000 stadium here at a baseball ground, balls flying all over the park. Something fantastic, I can tell you that for sure. You know, even yesterday was so exciting. Nicholas Pooran almost break the universe boss record. I'm like, Pooran, slow it down a bit, slow it down a bit. But it was just a great game, you know, and a great entertainment as well. I know the World Cup is going on as well, but like I said, it's a great occasion here to be in Oakland. And my first time here in San Francisco as well, so I'm actually loving it, to be honest with you. It's a bit cold, a bit nippy for the Jamaican, but I can adapt to it. I can adapt.
I love that. Just imagine he broke that record in your presence. That would have been amazing. We've had a few records broken in this tournament, Brody Couch into the attack. Sorry, Bartlett actually. One of them being Kyron Pollard going past you for the all-time T20 runs. I think it's over 12 years, Legend, you had that. How did it feel?
I'm like, Polly, why did you do it, man? Okay, you cannot do me that, Polly, you know. So, you know, like I said, you know, that was great to see. A lot of guys actually knocking on the door as well with over 14,000 runs. I'm sure they're going to pass Polly when Polly stops as well, because these youngsters as well scoring very fast, quickly. So, like I said, congratulating him, congratulate Polly. I'm happy for him as well. Keep hitting big sixes. Disappointed he stopped playing a lot of leagues, but he should still be playing because he's such a unique T20 player. What a great player he is as well. Should have been a part of the IPL. Sorry, MLC, to say that on live TV, but you know, we miss those guys. Those guys are great entertainers. So.
What a catch that is, Legend. Pretorius with a one-handed stunner to remove Steve Smith. You're going to watch this on the big screen and tell me your thoughts, because you stood up slip a bit. You've got hands.
I'm sure in my days I've taken better ones, but yeah, I want to see the replay.
It was into the pitch. It looked like pace off from Bartlett. Yeah, 80 miles per hour, maybe subtle pace off. But what a catch this was from Pretorius.
And that's a big wicket as well.
Off the toe. Now, come on, Legend. You're better than that?
Man, it's got a mitt, man. I do that bare hand. Now, what's wrong with you, Nikhil, man? You should see me with no gloves. Come on, man. That's a piece of cake.
It's Steve Smith going for 43, 87 for 2. Right, Legend, getting back to the discussion now. Is there anybody you want to see maybe end their career with that record? Is it Pooran? Is it anyone that's coming up now that you want to hold that record?
I mean, I always love Pooran, you know. I think that guy can create a lot more storm. He can break a lot more records as well. But it's all about consistency, you know. But I'm sure he will find his way. Sometimes he tend to lose it a bit, but once he can find his way and, you know, work on that mental aspect of his game, he's going to be phenomenal, man. You know, there's a lot of more players out there, not only from West Indies side as well, but all around the world. And it's just actually unique to see the youngsters dominating T20 crickets, make it look so easy now. I'm sorry, bowlers, but I mean, I've done some damage, but
there's another level.
It's another level right now. With a 360, with the scoop and the reverse thing and all these things, it's just another level.
And currently, our viewers were seeing that not while we were speaking on it. I'll ask you about another West Indian. I saw you present Andre Russell yesterday with a shirt, 600 T20s. Who's come to the crease? Andrew House and Ravindra in the middle. Tell me what it meant to you to present a fellow Jamaican with a shirt like that meant something like that.
It's always a proud moment for me to actually, deliver a shirt like that to Andre Russell as well. You look up to me as well, being a Jamaican as well. So it's something fantastic, great achievement. And like I said, these guys should be still playing in the IPL. They've got so much still to offer to the game as well. So we don't want to see them, outside of the T20 format as well. But they have a lot to offer. That's something fantastic. And he said to me, Chris, how many T20 games did you play? I said, like 400. And you scored that many runs? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, followed what, 700 T20 games or 800? But like I said, that's a great achievement to score 600 runs, and I'm just really happy for him. Maybe he can play another 100 more games, who knows?
When you speak about Russell, Pollard, all these guys, what has the MLC done for the growth of the game before you go?
Well, to be honest with you, to get it first and foremost in a baseball stadium, that's something fantastic. I mean, digital taking over still, but I don't know what digital part will play in the game of cricket. But being a baseball stadium, 60,000 seat capacity, that's something fantastic and unique. So just keep entertaining. We can get more.
We're gonna fill this one day with your help. I heard you're coming to the big final on Saturday and then going to the smaller final on Sunday. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. I'm here for the big final on Saturday, without a doubt. And then, the big final again, the World Cup final in New York. That's a small one. It's all about the MLC final for sure.
Yeah, that's it. Saturday, Universe Boss, be there.
Yeah,
back to you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's rich.
How brilliant was that? Big up his rights. Main man himself. No one like him in our game. The Universe Boss. Be here for the grand finale on Saturday itself. Short into the attack and immediately finds just a little bit assistance. Yeah, if you do want to come along and enjoy the action on Saturday, reminder, we're trying to fill the bottom of this historic Oakland Coliseum. Tis getting there. Tickets.majorleaguecricket.com if you want to come and enjoy the action come Saturday. We'll see you here.
On that last wicket, dug into the pitch. It's a great catch by Pretorius. No pads needed. Super dive, stuck to the mitt. Outstanding catch by the wicketkeeper.
Definitely a cognizant clutch catch, no doubt about that, from Pretorius. Big moment given how well Smith has played across the last 2 days. What that has done is it's brought to red-hot Andreas Kraus to the crease, who, like Smith, is picking up from where he left off last night. Great batting, his first boundary of tonight's innings.
Someone's in some serious form there. He's just tried to hit that into the gap potentially for one. Hit it so well that it's rolled along the carpet and went for four. Sanjay Krishnamurthy not quite quick enough to stop that.
Cannot bowl that length. Not to Andreas Kraus in the form that he's in. 96 followed by a century, and he's already into double figures this evening. Great strike, the 100 comes up.
Sounded sweet, Lenny. Straight out the middle of the bat. Great nudge. Bit too short, and he's just stood back there and hit it clean into the stand. Looking in some fantastic form leading on from yesterday.
Bit of deja vu, I've got to say. How many times did we see that kind of a shape and a shot from Kraus last night? 51 sixes, remember, between the two sides. Good finish to the over, but 12 come from it. Freedom nicely poised. 100 for two.
100 up. And in pretty quick time, 12.5 per over. Oh, my goodness. As beautiful as it is brutal, that. What a shot. Rachin Ravindra for 6 more.
Yeah, he's gifted with timing, this fellow. He picks up length very quickly. There's the Kiwi left-hander. Of course, the temptation is always to go on that side. It is slightly smaller side here at Oakland Coliseum.
You got to get wickets. You can find a way to create chances and take them. Then you mitigate. You can alleviate your suffering. Because just generally our expectation is that it's going to be sixes galore. Runs galore once again. And this beginning has not altered our thinking. Just be a couple, and every time you don't go off to the fence, every time you don't go over the fence, it's a good job. You've done well. And the length, shorter, you're gonna get pumped, continually pumped, and then decides I better try and get under the bat, and succeeds.
A crack of that last one, wasn't it? You say just that, maybe just a subtle difference in pace and flight deceived Mitch Owen. It's that pace too now. You look at the mixture of some left arm orthodox, short with his right arm off spinners, and then you've got this skiddy, quick nature of Harris Ralph, and he does get people out. He might go for a few of it, but because of his uniqueness and split finger grips, seam up, wobble seam, look at it jag back and come back a long way, and it hurries Andres House very much so.
The hero of yesterday. Fabulous game this, because you start from 0 every time. This is yesterday though, 132 from just 51 balls. Yeah, deserved that celebration.
It was like batting in the highlights, the whole innings, wasn't it? It's quite bizarre. Brilliant. Yeah, and that's the big disappointment for me. Alicia Keys is not here at the stadium this evening.
You can blame Jos for that. 9 done, 110 for 2.
Well, going at just over 12s. It is the ground for it. Highest 6-hitting venue in terms of franchise T20 going around the globe. Quality franchise T20. I know there's a couple of other grounds around the globe. I mentioned Bulgaria, quite on this big circus.
Downtown Oakland. We've been walking about. Yeah, looking around at coffee shops and.
Yeah. Oh, it reminds me of the John Wick movies, doesn't it? That building we stayed in, John Wick, those little violent numbers. More people dying every minute I've ever seen in a movie.
Not watched those things.
And on a plane, only on planes.
Kind of wondered where you're going with that, actually.
The shape of that, the unique shape of a building built to the geography of the streets. And you see a little bit, don't you? Europe and certainly in the United States. But just on Keanu Reeves' John Wick, yeah, it's certainly a movie for the plane. You might only watch half of it and fall asleep. But there's some outstanding and stunning architecture here in Oakland, no doubt. Quite brilliant. And then, of course, in San Francisco. We'll be going there downtown tomorrow. We've got a day off, Pommy.
Those buildings don't have as much of the graffiti that we've seen. There is some stunning graffiti as well. Some not so stunning, of course, but...
No, but I'm loving the eclectic artwork where we are, downtown Oakland. I'm really enjoying it. Serious. And we've found a good coffee joint.
Did you say coffee and, or did you say coffee?
Well, in Australia, it's funny. I would have said, like you, a nice coffee house or a coffee place. But in Australia, oh, it's a nice joint. Go to this place. It's a really nice joint. You'll like it here, Danny. Okay. So I've become accustomed to that, living there 20 years, I'm afraid, in Australia. But, yeah, nice. The Blue Bottle, we'll give them a shout out. Blue Bottle, loving it. Best coffee I've had in the United States.
There are a few around here that we've liked, we've enjoyed. Oh, inside edge. And very close to the stumps. It'll go to the fence too. That insult to injury.
Yeah, you'll take it and ride it, no doubt. Mentioned that glorious 100 last night. The feet don't go anywhere, and wow. Another occasion, that'll rip out off stump. This time, take 4 and be happy, Andres House.
Yeah, explain my comment that I made to say it's a fabulous game because you start on naught every time. You start afresh. Here's a fellow who couldn't miss the middle of the bat yesterday, and he's struggling to find it just 24 hours later.
And look, taking nothing away from House and the 100, but again, a little bit different under lights. We keep mentioning this for new cricket fans in this part of the world, that under lights and a little bit of dew factor in, it really does aid the batters. It makes it slicker to slide onto the bat, given the nature of the pitch. And so that was a big help, no doubt, for Smith and House last night in the chase. I need some of that.
Shot. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely laid into that. Length short and picked it up really early.
Pace on, seam up from Couch, and he has been met. Jeez, Ravinja laced this one. Look, it's a flat one too. 236 feet. Yeah, that is clean. Ouch, says Couch. Sorry.
Good ball again. Try and close out the over here, having gone for 13 already. Nicely played. Some finesse, timed it, placed it, got 4 more. So 17 off the over. Out the blocks like a train are the Washington Freedom. 127 for 2 after 10, and we all need a drink. .42 from 19 for Mitch Owen. A very good contribution. 43 from 20 from skipper Smith. Had got them all started. And then this partnership between Sachin Ravindra and Andres House is 40 from 19. So it's rollicking along at 12.7 to the over. It means, therefore, that as the bowlers, well, you fetch some Bartlett, the X-Man. 1 for 13 from 2 overs with 5 dots, and that is really good work, brilliant work. Get downstairs now, see what it's like out there. Our man, Arman Patel.
Well, guys, there's a couple of things that make the game possible. In this drinks, everyone's together and can communicate. But let's just come down here for me. Right now, I've got a paint can, I've got a walkie-talkie. What's the use of this? Well, paint, you got to stay up. The walkie-talkie, we'll start with this. Well, when we see all the balls fly into the crowd, we see them fly right behind me over there. Well, you have to get it somehow. The umpire said, oh, we need a new ball on the walkie. So the third will make sure that they have this, the third and the fourth, to have this. The fourth umpire will be set here, third's upstairs to make sure they get the calls out as well. But you lose the walkie. You get the paint can. Well, what's the paint can for? The bowlers, they've got to mark their run up somehow. It's green, but it just shows a little bit of a different shade. They can line up, say we're going to bowl from right here. I won't paint it here because that'll get too confusing. But give it a shake, give it a spray, and everyone's ready to go when we get out there on the field.
Yeah, thank you very much, Arman. There's a look at projected scores. At the current rate, they get to 253. Surely not 2 nights in a row. Hardly got our breath back.
I nearly lost my voice.
And we go with records and all of that, and to come back and the next day, oh, that would be something. .127 for 2. The Freedom haven't been asked to bat first, doing a good job of it. This is the story. We're in the Challenger. Unicorns against the Freedom, and the Los Angeles Knight Riders are perched somewhere, happy, waiting to see who it is they must face. Come and join us. Tickets.majorleague.com. Oh, yes. Ever so slightly short. And Jos says, there's the middle of my bat. And it goes sailing. Many tears up.
Oakland, this is Club Town. Oh, get out the big club. Big Bertha. Man, look at the sail away. Oh, sweet timing as per.
Less pace on it, much less pace on it. So that he's got to try and make his own. .27 from 13. Yeah, just picking up quite nicely for Andres Jos. Rachin Ravindra going straight away. There is the necessity to mitigate for what happens later in terms of weather, in terms of the dew coming in. Full toss, and away that goes as well. Oh dear, buckling under the pressure. You can understand it, but they want to improve on that.
Well, they've certainly set their stalls out and decided that Hassan Khan has got to go. Mitch Owen said, yep, until he lost his poles. This is about this. The music was disturbing Avenger, so he gathers himself and is ready to lock and load now.
Yeah, I said yesterday, it's an essential skill. 6 hitting. Let's look at the partnership, 54 not out from 23 balls. And you're asking yourself as a team, when you are asked to put a total on the board here, are you doing enough? Going at 13s, you feel like you're in control, but having witnessed what happened yesterday and been the ones to do it, you're asked to bat first here, and you're thinking, well, how many runs will be enough? .143 for 2.
Yeah, well, they hit 13 sixes already today. Think about 51 all. It's just obscene over the day because there's 2 games. But yeah, you think about where Pollard dined out with 8. Horan hit 13 himself. You think about House hit 12 sixes too. You mentioned those sixes, Pom, and you think how many there are hit. Highest successful chasers, well, we saw it last night. Outstanding, outrageous. But they're up against the LA Knight Riders, and it really is called the West Indian factor because they're the best in the business in terms of hitting sixes, going big. And you're up against Fletcher, you've got Rodman Powell, who carves you, and then you think about Munro, and you think about Russell. So there's a lot of that West Indian contingent, and the captain himself, all 6'8" of them with those levers, they know how to go big.
A little matter of trying to get some here first. Oh, yes. Composure and the technique to boot. So calm under the pressure of it all as the ball came towards him. Aaron Hardy.
Check the feet, it's a fair delivery. Could have your best angle for the catch, please. Taken inside. Release, keep rolling through. And cleanly taken back inside, thank you. Ready to make my decision from the screen.
That's right, Boogie. OUT, no mucking around from Wayne Boogie Knights. What a great catch here from Aaron Hardy. The end of Rachin Ravindra. Handsome 28, the nice round strike rate at 200. He's gone, and the Freedom on 1-4-3 for 3.
$143 for 3. Wicket at the first ball of the 12th over is rid of Rachin Ravindra. Played well, and in comes Glenn Maxwell, who's had a wretched time. But what he can do is hit sixes. Certainly over the years has shown how to do that, the big show. Deft. Rotate over the Ghost. What a catch this is.
Well, in a way, you sort of take it for granted now, the modern cricketer being able to do this, and they need to. And it does happen so much. You steady yourself, you know where the boundary is. They practice this so often. Keep their balance, flick it back in, and then come back to dismiss the batter. That really is class. Made it look easy, because I promise you it's not. Madassa, he can salute. Pretorius, boom.
Yeah, and give the bowler credit. Take the pace off, change something. And there have been some superb catches through the tournament. Cognizant clutch catches in Cognizant Major League Cricket 2026. Difficult to choose which one's the best.
He's going for fuck because he's the oldest.
Dutchy Holland, well done. Saved your face. And that's good to high-flying Jamar Hamilton. Issue is create the chances in this one today and take them. Because if you do not, you will be punished.
And we said it on air, Paul. I've never seen Kieron Pollard drop an easier opportunity for him because he's just so outstanding. Massive hands, big man. and to just close the little pinky, the last split second, and dislocated it, dropped Smith, and in a way that was the game. It really was. Smith was, I think he was pre-50 before he got to half century. Then he got the 100 not out.
I suppose potentially the game. And by the way, like with all these sixes being hit, you might be tempted to think that we're at altitude. We're not, actually. We are below sea levels. 21 feet below sea level. One of only 2 grounds that are. The other is border in Guyana.
Guess what? Some of us are heading there.
You'll enjoy it there.
And so are the unicorns. They're coming along to GSL.
There you go. So the air is thick here, rather than thin, all the way up there.
Thinner for some others, though.
In the gap, 1 bounce and 4. Maxwell looking to get himself started. 12 done, 150 up, 151 for 3. Here's a look. Yeah, easy as you like. The brief quite clear. Go in and make sure that you keep going at it. Find the boundary, preferably over it, regularly.
The dominant night for this Washington Freedom batting lineup. Believe it or not, folks, they're ahead of where they were yesterday in that historic run chase of 266. 7 runs ahead. Here's Brody Couch. Ball is still pinging off the middle of Andres House's bat.
Hello, Nicky. How's it going? Yeah, they set themselves up very well here. House picking up exactly where he left off last night. Maxwell as well is coming in bat. Everyone's contributed so far. Owen 42, Steve Smith 43, Ravindra 28.
One of the things coming in, Robbie, these two teams love chasing. Spoken about all 6 of the Unicorns wins coming in chases. 6 of the 7 wins for the Freedom this season have come in chases as well. The only time they won batting first was that Mama 245 game in Dallas. I think they may need that again or more if they're to win batting first here. It's just helped so skillfully as well by Andres House.
Yeah, the kind of form he's in, you have very little margin of error against him. Short ball, slower. Just helped away. They look primed to get over 225, 230 here. Unless the Unicorns pick them back by taking a couple of wickets.
One over tonight, not short. Hit for both the right and left-handers this season. Halfway done inside the over. Hoping that they can build another formidable partnership with this man leading it.
Yeah, he was just passing on the message that the ball's keeping slightly low to Maxwell. Go the current 12 run per over run rate. They get a 249. It's going to be a high scoring game.
That has disappeared. It's been a long time since we've seen the best of Maxwell. They need him tonight.
He certainly seems to have turned it out. Big heave from him, picked up beautifully. Cross-seam delivery. Stopped a little bit, but stayed with the ball. Great timing on this one. 272 feet 6.
Not sure it's got a decision to make here, Robbie. They've broken the partnership, so that's a plus. But those 2 Bartlett overs, it's almost like what Jason Holder had to do with Narain. Bartlett, when everybody's gone at 12 or over, he's gone for just 6.5 runs per over. When are his 2 overs going to be used? Ideally, at the back end, it may need to be sooner. Let's change of pace. 6-4 for 3. Yesterday, never easy. They were so close to qualifying for that final directly. Just in the last 3 overs or so, they lost their way. Such a picturesque spot to visit when you're here in California, the Golden Gate Bridge. It's sunset time, Robbie. It is a sight to behold.
Beautiful spot, isn't it? Great views. Bustling wind as well when you're there. It stops you in your tracks. Dasser also has bowled pretty well so far. Usually goes for a few runs, but 2 overs for 20 compared to the other bowlers is slightly better.
Angle as well. And still the feeling has been good from the Unicorns for the most part. As part of an emotional roller coaster yesterday evening. Just looking at Ricky Ponting throughout the game, felt for him. It was good to see him end with a smile.
Yeah, eventually. Must have felt really bad when they were on the receiving end of that juggernaut by MI New York. But to know that they could hand it back better terms, it made him a really happy man.
Some sharing of information there between Smith, Owen, about the surface, about how many do they need, how do they approach the next 6 overs. Ready, maybe some movement just in front of the side screen. And I'm sure in your time as well, Robbie, that was a factor. How messages are being relayed from the dugout to the middle and vice versa.
Yeah, they were. In fact, it was pieces of information and then we were allowed to make the decision on the field. What gets sent is more options than directives.
And with the cotton candy, who's been asked to move. He's just crossing the line, Robbie, with his candy.
Certainly is. Hobbling around there.
Excellent addition this season, Ghulam Mudassar. And again, that angle, Robin, with the pace off as well.
Yeah, he gets the pace off really well. He's got 2 variations with it. One that goes into the wicket and one that's a softer, fuller delivery. And he likes to use that quite often, especially on these types of wickets. There you go. Again, across it. You set up to play towards long on, then you probably are not giving yourself the best chance to hit the ball. Actually, you could also get out. And how supple those wrists are. Because of how supple those wrists are, he's able to put so much into that delivery.
It's late as well. At the load up, it looks like a cross-seamed pace on delivery, and it's only at the release. See again, that release looked very similar at the load up. This time pace on from Mudassar, looking to go heel Yorker. Maxwell coming across the stumps.
Got a little bit of depth, freedom. Nikhil Chaudhary's next to Oshius can hit the ball a long way. So does Pinar.
There's a deep point and long off in place, offside, protecting that wide plan. But there's nobody at deep third. The short third is who takes the catch. Maxwell's innovation today to his detriment.
Yeah, not for the first time, and it won't be for the last time that he gets out playing that shot. It's worked for him plenty of times and hasn't as well. This time he has to go in time it. Off cutter again. A little extra. That's some bad on it, but not enough. Go past Harris Roth. Disappointment. On the other hand, jubilation. He goes for 13. 166 for 4.
Chaudhary, have the best name in cricket. We've seen what he can do at this venue with his finishing. What an over this has been though. 2 runs and a wicket from Ghulam Mudassar. Could be an over we look back on. A couple hours time. Superb from Mudassar, just the 2 from the 14th, 166 for 4. California, been just the 1 game left, and of course the championship game. This team tasted victory before. Champions in 2024, the Freedom, they went to the final in 2025. Winning campaign. Need to win this one for sure. Interesting, Hassan Khan, he's gone for 40 in 2 overs with the wicket falling. Short thinks it's a good time to take a gamble. House take him on.
He's gone for a lot of runs. I think House has taken him for a few himself. Let's look at the wicket again. After a switch hit. Not enough pace on it for it to carry over short third man.
We'll just move from up short, given how the day's gone. But another school of thought, Robbie, is you dangle the carrot in front House, who may think we've taken him down all day. We must continue. He gets out, and you've got two brand new batters at the crease.
Yeah, probably also thought that the gamble we can take. Oh. Shane never doesn't get it wrong very often. Don't think he's got it wrong now either. Just outside that line.
Hard balance to find their community policy. Firsthand, how a team can collapse in the last 5. Emma New York were flying. They made 266, but they only got 33 runs in the last 5. They lost Pooran, they lost Pollard. So they've got to try and figure out, how do we get to the 240, maybe 250 at 15 and over, but also not have a collapse. It's tough. A gorgeous cricket shot. The first boundary in 11 deliveries.
Yeah, very nice cricket shot from a man who's in some scorching hot form. Don't have to do much there. Was given width. Again, the positions he's holding at this point in time are pristine. The young Sanjay Krishnamurthy couldn't get to that one.
Only 12 from the last 2 overs. A small win for the Unicorns, 176 for 4.
Well, they say California is the land of the stars. We've got another one alongside me, Rahul Jadiwala. Rahul, thank you so much for joining me. Now, of course, member of the Seattle Orcas in Major League Cricket, has played for the USA and the USA Under-19 group as well. Rahul, you grew up in the Bay. You came to athletics games as a kid. How cool is this?
I mean, it's surreal. When I found out last year that we'd be playing here, just to know that we'd be playing in such a storied venue, it felt really good. And it's just the environment's been great. The fans out here, Bay Area fans, are amazing. It's just been really good to play here.
Yeah, last night you told me you were watching at home. What did you make of that game yesterday?
Man, what a match. Like, when I saw it at the halfway stage, I thought it's done. I turned the TV off, but after seeing the chase, I thought I got to get out to this game.
Well, thank you for turning it back on.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you stay in the stands tonight.
No doubt about it.
It feels like it's going to be a great chase. I see another one hits into the onside. Rahul, for you, as you've grown up in the States, you obviously have played so much cricket. How has it grown for you?
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, if you would have told me that we'd be playing in the Oakland Coliseum when I was a kid, I would have thought it was a joke. Went from like watching games in the nosebleeds to be able to playing on the field is an amazing feeling, and to see how many academies and how much youth are showing up to these games and just how cricket has grown in America, it's really good to see.
Yeah, talk to me about Major League Cricket and what that's meant for you. Obviously, member of the Seattle Orcas. Not quite the year you wanted, but a very successful one up into that last game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think Major League is a great stepping stone for cricket in the U.S. It's the pinnacle of cricket here, and I think it gives something for local kids to look forward to and really have a pathway to gain success in cricket in America.
Yeah, for you, before we started the interview, Sanjay Krishnamurthy is just over to the right. You played a lot of cricket with him. He gave you a look. How cool is it to see him out there?
I mean, again, like this is that Bay Area culture, right? So many people from the Bay Area, Sanjay, Saideep Ganesh, Abhishek Pradkar, Saurabh. I mean, just the cricket here is really good, and I'm happy to see some of my peers do so well at the highest level.
Yeah, Rahul, just finally for you, your family's here. When you have young people come up to you and say, hey, I want to be the next Rahul Jadiwala, I want to play cricket, how inspiring is this for you?
Yeah, I mean, again, like if you would have told me that when I was younger, I wouldn't have believed it. And just to be able to kind of inspire the next generation, give them something to look forward to is a blessing. And I think it's something that all of us local players and people who have grown up here don't take for granted.
Yeah, I know I said last, I got one more for you. the Olympics in 2028. How good can USA be coming into the future, thanks to Major League and Minor League and other such?
Yeah, I think this competition gives us a great opportunity to put ourselves up there with the top teams in the world, and I really think we'll be able to compete more than other people would think as well.
Well, Rahul, it's been a privilege to talk to you. Enjoy the rest of the day today, my man.
Thank you.
One young batter there that we'll see in the future for sure, Rahul Jariwala. He's watching and has played for the USA, where he will want to be one day. Break the record for the most runs in a single MLC season. Past Monak Patel's 478 last year. 500 runs. Maybe shifting down the leg side. Was their bat involved? Signal from his, so I think he's waiting on the review, waiting to see if they decide to go for this. He does. That was tight.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision not out. We'll check the feet, fair delivery. Start front on, please. Thank you. Close to the bat, we'll check ultra edge next, please. Cap on the left-hand side. Okay, no bat involved. Ball tracking, please. Ball tracking coming up. Ball pitching in line. Impact is outside. View has been lost. Go back to Leslie on field. Leslie, you can stay with your original knockout decision. You're on screen. Signal now.
I think it's safe to say we've seen better reviews.
I think that was more based on what Hassan thought than what Pretorius thought, to be honest.
Missing leg stump again. Interest in the review. Robbie, I just noticed here again from Harris Robb, these last two balls, is there a bit of tail here happening?
Yeah, certainly felt like there was a little bit of tail. The release, yeah, certainly was. A little bit of movement after pitching as well. That pace, the way he releases the ball, he can generate a little bit of that late swing.
The seam was pointing towards for a slit, which tells us there's some reverse as well. Of an abrasive surface and the ball pounding the wall around the stadium. 3 scores of 50 or more for Andres Gous, and he's far from finished. 5 for 4.
Yeah, yet again, man in some scorching hot form, turning up for the freedom. And can he set them free and set up a big score for them?
Nicely bowled. Good comeback. Did so well early on. Xavier Bartlett did so well yesterday and backs it up. Andres Gous, 50 from just 29 balls. They want more from him. They want him to light it up again. They're going really well, must be said.
Yeah, strong position here, 186. Just under 4 overs to go. Looking at the bowling here, trying to go depth. Bartlett is very good at bowling his Yorkers and executing, and that's what I think he's going to go on to right now, especially with this field, Pommy. Not much behind the wicket keeper. Everyone's up in the circle, but you look on the field here, everyone is protecting them boundaries in front of the batsman's eyes.
.187 for 4. They would love a little kick at the back end here as they try to complete their innings. And there is in the back of the mind yesterday and what happened, but you've got to play today's conditions. Still pretty good pitch, many a 6 hit, 14 so far. Make that 15. Struck fiercely by Andres Klaus, and away it goes for another big one.
Seam up delivery, it's actually in the slot, and he wants that. He just opens up that front leg and pumps it over mid-wicket. That's a guy in serious form. Potentially another century on the horizon for Andreas House.
Very good. Close. Can you double up? Is always the question. Do it again and again. When in the rich vein of form, you've got to be the one to take your team over the line. Certainly putting them in a good position here. Won't go to the fence.
Looking at the 50 to back up his 100 from yesterday. From ball 1 he nudged a single, but it went for 4. Then he's locked in tremendous form. He's at 5 4s and 3 6s. He's 59 of 32, hitting the ball all around the ground, and it's coming off the middle of the bat. Pommy, he looks in fine form, finishing with a beautiful 6 over mid-wicket to bring up his 50.
Yeah, and he'll look to kick on. He'll know how important it is that he does. I look at the VTEX leading run scorers. He's close right at the top. Says that's fine. Respite for the bowlers. 195 for 4.
It's interesting as a bowler, we know this all well, is like you execute a Yorker and it comes out perfect, but all of a sudden you change what you're trying to do and you bowl length slot. Is it you're confused on your run-up? Is it the execution? We don't know up here, we can only guess. Just looking at the Cognizant Major League Cricket leading wicket takers to 2026, the Bartman and Russell. Bartman's out, Short still going strong, and obviously the Orcas fully packed that, but they're out, mate. They've gone.
These remitly leading wicket takers, it is quite peculiar that those in green are no longer in the tournament, and yet they've been right up there for the longest time. They took the most wickets, scored the most runs. They're gone, didn't make it. Big swings, mercurial. Nice by Mudassar. He's been very good. He's bowling his final one. Gone for just 22. So him and Bartlett in combination are stalling the progress of the Freedom here.
The execution, big wind up. Quick, not much of a jump, a leap at the crease. He's quite skiddy, and it's quite hard because it doesn't get much bounce, so the slow ball comes off and it keeps low, which is hard to get the middle of the bat onto the ball.
Oh, excellent. Excellent fielding, Brody Couch. He was never really going to catch up with it, bar that dive, and he did.
Modern fast bowler. Remember when that first came around when Brett Lee was diving around the boundary, and now it's expected of every fast bowler. The ball kind of stopped in the end, but it was great, obviously, effort by Brodie Couch. That's what you need in the field from your fielders.
This final phase of the game where a team's looking to try and capitalize as the batting side, try and hit lots of sixes and make sure they finish well. It's critical as the bowling team that you don't just kind of give it away. Got to fight your way through this part of the game because it could be where you win it.
100%. Scrap these runs, Pommy. You never know, the last 2 overs you could smoke 30-40, especially with these skill set. Going back to the fielding, in such a high scoring game, the fielding, them singles are so important. So every dive, every piece of commitment by a fielder is so important. We've seen that yesterday when it was at MI New York, lost so many wickets at the back end. Great fielding, kept him to 260, which was massive, but he got knocked off.
33 for 5, I think it was, in the last 5 overs. Oh, he's not going to go for it. On the edge of the circle, will accept 1. Look at this bowling action. Good enough in terms of the run up, nice lean forward. You are on about the no jump, but also look at just the arms and everywhere. And you're kind of searching for the ball, aren't you, if you're the batter? Good control with his slow.
Look at his eyes, fully focused on the target from the top of his run-up all the way to execution. Arms everywhere, but he's very good at that slow ball and delivering skillful deliveries.
And right on cue. Holds another. This over. Very good. This is a look at wickets. Excellent. Just take all the pace off. And the pitch here that if you put it on. They whack it. Didn't use the pitch that time and was punished. It's the final ball he bowls on tonight. Had a good night out, but is disappointed with how it finishes. 205 for 4.
He'd be so upset with that. What's been working? What can they hit? Wide and slow. I'm going to try and bowl a perfect Yorker, and I miss it by a foot, and it disappears into the stand in the Coliseum. He'd be disappointed, but it was an excellent spell, apart from that last ball. But cricket, that happens. He's bowled really nicely here with his mix-ups.
It's what you were talking about earlier. Go away from it. Go Yorker, do you not? Beautiful sights. The Oakland Coliseum. Drone cam. Have a look. Bartlett's got 1 more. He's been very economical, and that's our 6 off his final ball, but gone at 8. Got a couple of wickets as well. It's a really good night out. Here's Harris Ralph. Just enough bat on it, I think. And away it goes for 4. Great start if you're the Freedom.
Just down on his pace a little bit. I think there's a lot of cricket, so it's quite hard to bowl at 90 miles an hour consistently. He's probably going for that Yorker, but he missed by a little bit, slips at the crease. This is his best delivery when he gets it right, is the fast Yorker. I prefer him trying this than his off-cutter. On it, smash the pitch hard, bowl Yorkers, potentially the odd bouncer. That's when he's at his best.
Gets up off the floor, picks himself up and admonishes himself. Put himself under pressure for first ball. Sunset. Beautiful day again. Wonderful weather. Up ball, good comeback. He's quite lucky because that was wide.
Look, he got a little piece of that. So At this delivery, he's gone wide. He tried this yesterday. It would have been a wide delivery if he left it, but when you're in such good form as House, he wants to feel bat on ball. Good bowling. Make the batsman think that it's there to hit, and it wasn't quite there.
Bartlett over. Dusser over. Important for Harris House to follow up. Harris Ralph to follow up here. Edged. Nobody back there. It'll go for 4. He'll take them no matter how they come.
Same again, he's gone for that wide line to make House reach, and he did reach, and he got a little nick on that, but there was no slip there. It's T20 cricket, and he goes for 4. He's very disappointed. Ralph is, but only wide you have the risk of getting them edges. It was actually an off-cutter, which is one of his slow balls in his armoury.
Andres Ghoos of the United States and the Freedom. 500 runs in MLC 2026. First one to do so in the season. First batter. Excellent work. Right up at the top of the tree. Shot. Oh, what a strike that is. Wouldn't have felt him miss by much, Harris Ralph, but it sped away for 4.
It was a remittingly speedy delivery at 88 miles an hour, but a good player is still going to punch that. Inside the line. That's going to be 4 runs added to the Freedom's total.
Yeah, there's the confirmation. It's a brilliant shot. Strike rate 189. Playing really well. 4s and 6s today. 16 4s, 16 6s so far. Wide, might be checking if it's within the cut stuff, within the lines.
What House has done so well yesterday and today, when you look at him batting, his head's so still, he's keeping it simple, he's not trying to overhit it. Looking at this Ralph ball here, he's trying to hit that wide line, but that is a big boy wide. That's just nearly off the cut strip.
Yeah, listen, I feel for all the bowlers actually. Trying to hide that ball. Not hiding that though. Oh, just short. Excellently done to get your body behind it. Aaron Hardy out there doing good work in the field.
Not quite there, but you put your body on the line, take it on the risk, a bit like volleyball, just spike it back into play. Good commitment. That's what you need for your players to stop these boundaries. Every run at the back end is so important. Can the Unicorns keep the Freedom under 230, which is a chaseable total on this venue?
Free hit for Chowdhury here, who's on strike, and it's a final delivery for Harris Ralph. Takes it gleefully. And away it goes for 6. Just what they'd have wanted. On to 225 for 4.
All it is just a little flick that goes into the crowd. Excellent shot, stayed still, head still, just flicks it. I think Ralph was trying to bowl a heavy cutter there, and he just helps it on the way with the spin into the crowd.
Yeah, Cognizant Major League Cricket 2026 has been eventful. Certainly here in finals week. Yesterday, thoroughly entertaining. If you're a batter, not if you're a bowler. And here we go again. 225 for 4. Just what the doctor ordered for the freedom, and over of 20. And then now the final one, Bartlett. Gone for it. Don't know that he's got enough on that. He hasn't, and Aaron Hart is not going to make a mistake. Collects the catch, and Ghost is gone. Timely the strike.
If House could have had any delivery, it would have been that one. He's walking off disappointed. In slot to get hit, Pommy. Should have been into the stands. He's hitting it so well. Do you overhit it? Do you think it's there? Your eyes get too big and you try to slap it into the stand. Miss hits it, and it's an easy catch by the SF Unicorns. Another fantastic innings by Andrews House. 73 off 40. The Freedom are 225 for 5.
Then Dorcius in, he'll face his countryman. Oh, missed it. Totally missed it. A dot ball. Nope, wide, given. No, you can't challenge it. Not in this tournament.
We're right behind the ballers up here. That looked like a wide to me. Like a baseball pitch, full. It's the wide. It's a big boy wide. You can't complain about that, X.
I think so. That's close enough. I reckon it's just because of where it ends up. Left-handers, they get those all the time. Into the pitch. You're not going to survive. Big Ben Dorcius can whack him, and he's just pumped that out the ground.
Welcome to the party, Dorcius. Another one into the pitch. It does grip, but what he does well is he sets himself and he waits for the ball to come at him. It's 73 meters. It's a good shot. Welcome to the crease, and I'll take 6 bits.
That is really well played. That is outstanding work. Despite the telegraphing, for him to dig it out and get it away there is something.
When it looks like from viewers it went for 4 runs, that was actually a very good delivery. It was not far off being a perfect Yorker, but that execution of the shot, the way he's opened his blade and managed to slice the ball over third man short point, I guess the position is great execution, great skill. 4 more runs to the board.
And nothing you can do as the bowler. Assessing the outcome will just have you down on yourself, but what you've delivered there is what you wanted. And he's just played a good shot and is allowed to. Now clarity as you stand at the top of your mark and go again. Oh, well done. Well done, Keeps. Had to react, Andre Pretorius, and did. Got the hands in the way just in time.
This is cricket. That was actually a poor ball that should have went into the crowd, and it didn't go for. It went for 1 run. Excellent goalkeeping that was. Bottom left corner, Palm saves 4 runs. Excellent keeping.
Got 2 balls to go, 12 off this one so far. They're up to 237. Chowdhury on strike now. Might well be eyeing his favorite spot on this ground. He does have one. Bowled. Excellent stuff from Bartlett. He's been in really good touch tonight.
Execution also a bonus. You hit the ball, the batsman on the toe. Excellent delivery. He's so good at that. When I played with him that first or second year, he was so good at executing the Yorkers, and that's outstanding. Trying to sneak under that bat, trying to take his wickets, but also they'll take a single. Excellent death bowling by Xavier Bartlett.
Final delivery then of the freedom innings. Fielder will take it. Sanjay Krishnamurti with the catch. Dorsus not quite getting enough on that. And Bartlett gets another pole. In the end, the freedom, having been asked to bat first, 238 for 6.
Good delivery again. Perfect Yorker. Not a bad shot. Similar to the one he hit was short third man. Gets more of the middle of the bat, but it goes out to kind of deep point to Sanjay Krishnamurti, who takes an easy catch. The freedom finished their innings for 238 for 6.
Yeah, and you wonder, I mean, that's a really good score. You wonder whether they're happy with it or not. In the very few days that you'd be happy, or you'd be unhappy with the score of 238, and also not too many where you'd be unsure of a score of 238. However, because of occurrences of yesterday, you might look at that and think, well, let's see how we go. As far as the bowlers are concerned, excellent work. 3 for 36. Xavier Bartlett was very good at the start and very good at the back end as well. Nicely done by Mudassar as well. 2 for 32 for him. Let's get downstairs now. Darman Patel.
Here with Mitchell Owen. 238 runs on the board. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a good total. But like we saw last night, no total safe. So we're going to bowl well and field well and hopefully defend it.
Yeah, for yourself, 42 off of 19. What worked for you out there?
Well, I couldn't hit the ball for the first about 15 balls and then got a few out of the middle towards the end, which was nice. But yeah, they bowled pretty well at the start, so I just had to stick in there.
Yeah, for the bowlers, it's been tough work. What have you guys learned and talked about this wicket to bowl well tonight?
Yeah, well, I think our best bowling's good enough to defend any score on this wicket, so yeah, we've got the plans in place and hopefully we can execute and defend this total.
Well done the first innings and good luck in the second.
Thank you.
All right, we've got another big one, and this is to get into the championship match. Who wins it? We find out in just a little bit.
Welcome back to the Challenger. We've seen a really entertaining and highly impactful first innings with plenty of contributions throughout. Mitchell Owen and Steve Smith got things going. Good knock too from Rachin Ravindra, but the star of the show yet again. What a purple patch of form the man on screen is having. Andreas Geus, he made 73 off just 40 deliveries, his third consecutive score of 50 plus, and he's now become the first batter in Major League Cricket history to make 500 runs in a season. And it was his innings that really powered this total of 238 for 6. Let's get a look at the highlights. Saw some trademark Mitchell Owen power. Then we saw Steve Smith continue to cash in glorious form last night and again today. Power play, particularly the back half of it, really went the distance till the very final ball when Hassan Khan cleaned up Owen, and then a stunning catch from Leandre Pretorius. Give a pumped up Xavier Bartlett a big wicket. There was pull strokes from firstly Geus and then Ravindra. Geus just continuing to score in that favourite zone from long on round to deep mid-wicket. This though was a crucial moment as Ravindra was brilliantly well held right in the deep.
Maxwell came, hit a couple of sixes and then went on reverse hit. Andreas Geus though meant business. Kept going from strength to strength, picking up exactly where he left off last night. So did Nikhil Chaudhary. Hit some really clean shots, got massive runs, big sixes. Until this happened, the last over. Got out of the first ball of the last over. But they still finished strong. Dwashes hitting a few that added to their score, kicked them on. 219 to 238.
But as we saw last night, Robin, no total, particularly on this surface at this venue, is safe. Xavier Bartlett, the star of the show, with 3 for 36, but Midasar outstanding too with those slower balls, 2 for 32 and a wicket for Hassan, despite being expensive. Now, Cognizant Major League Cricket isn't just about growing the game at the very top level. We've also got cricket growing right the way across the United States of America. What we want to show you next is what happens when you bring an ICC Cricket Hall of Famer in the shape of Shivnarine Chanderpaul to the largest indoor training facility in the United States of America, in Texas.
Cricket is like a fun way to exercise and also to have fun. It's fun to like run all the way and then bowl with a lot of pace. It's like cool. I like the feeling of getting somebody bowled. It feels nice.
I love cricket like with my life. It means everything to me.
We're here to make sure that they learn and making sure that they get better. From small, we don't know anything much, but we have to learn it.
This is state of the art, a 14-lane facility. We have academies coming here, and we have our own academy, which Coach Chandrapal is the lead coach, program director.
The kids also, if we start them now and start strengthening them up, making them stronger, they are able to play the boundaries a little better. With the little skills that they learn from here, we're trying to teach them as much as we can, get the skills up and going. So when they go to that shorter format, they're powerful enough to also clear the boundary. And the bowlers also try to make sure that they learn everything that they can here when they go into the match.
He told me some pointers that really helped me better understand what mistakes I'm making and how I could improve my skills.
The dedication these kids are showing is unbelievable. If you have kids with this sort of dedication, with whatever the facilities they have in now, cricket can only go one way. It could only get better.
When Shivnarine Chanderpaul speaks, we all should listen. The growth of the men's and women's game right the way across the United States. Inspiring stuff. That was in Frisco, in Texas. But here in Oakland, in California, we've got an absolute barnstormer, I suspect, on our hands. Can the hometown Unicorns find a way to the grand final on Saturday? To do so, they'll need 239 to win. Catch every ball of the chase. Just a moment's time with us. Welcome back to the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. It's the penultimate match of the season, match number 33 of 34. And it's the challenger. The winner of tonight's encounter will go straight through to the grand final on Saturday. Batters are nearly set to go. And Alejandro Pretorius has just been knocked off the top spots by Andreas Kraus as the top run scorer for the season. He'll have his usual opening partner in the shape of Finn Allen. Andrew Leonard here alongside Robin Utapa for the first 4 overs. Robin, what stood out to you from this first innings? What about the batting impressed you the most?
For me, the intent, I think, knowing fully well that they needed a cushion of runs beyond what is par, and I think they have that at the moment. 239 is enough. Andreas Goss leading them from the front. Again, picking up from where he left off last night. Continuing to play some stupendous shots across the ground in every direction. But well supported by the rest of his mates as well.
Yeah, for the bowlers, well, bit of a contradiction in terms between the figures of Bartlett and Mudassar and then the rest. Those two, probably in any T20, be pretty happy going at sort of 8s and 9s and picking up wickets. The rest travel the distance.
Yeah, unfortunately, they didn't have the services of Short because of his injury, I suppose. Probably twisted his knee a little bit yesterday when he wasn't able to pivot while bowling one of his deliveries. But it is what it is, and they have to chase that score down now.
And we're nearly all set for the chase. Steve Smith giving his team the very final instructions. You would suspect after what we saw just last night, we should be in for another cracking contest. Highest successful chase in any T20 cricket anywhere. It happened here in Oakland last night, and we've seen the coverage all across the world.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal match. People who didn't turn up to the ground missed something special. And just the way they batted, especially after losing 2 wickets in the first couple of overs. In the first over, I beg your pardon. To absorb the pressure, to come back from there, to win the game. Just superb.
Now here's the young 20-year-old Alejandro Pretorius, who will open up the batting with his usual partner. Career strike rate for the season, 176. Finn Allen, as always, brings the pyrotechnics, no doubt about that, but not quite having the same season he had last year. 60 his strike rate this season. He'd like to get some more runs in that run column. Sarah Netravalkar, former captain of the United States. Caught up with him for about 5 minutes before the start of play. He asked me, where do we bowl? What do we do?
Uh-oh. He's asked you, Lenny. Uh-oh.
It was a little bit of tongue-in-cheek, I suspect, but certainly, like, you can understand probably every bowler right now asking themselves that after last night.
Yeah, you can understand it, you can empathize with it, because you're playing on a ground where it gets really good to bat on at this point in the evening. And also it's a smallish ground, so there's a lot of runs that's there to be scored.
I thought last night that the start was going to be all important in the chase, but the Freedom got off to a disastrous start. They were 10 for 2. We thought they had close to no hope. Listen to the advice in the crowd. Hit hard, aim high. 4s, 6s, no singles. That's not what the fans want to see. Give us boundaries and boundaries only. Here's the start of the chase. Starts with a short ball, but too short, given as a wide.
Yeah, that was well above. Intent clear. Both want to attack. Have a look at this. Short ball, bounce quite a bit.
Did see a hint of swing in the start of the first innings, and a bit actually last night as well. Netravalkar can get it to shape start with a surprise ball. Starts with a bouncer. 2 fielders in the deep. Man out of deep square leg. Another long on. Back to a good length. Halfway stage. You're the happier of the two sides. You'd have to think freedom with the runs on the board.
Yeah, they have a little bit of an advantage at this point in time. Set up a very good score. I'd say slightly above par. Actually, well above par. I'd say 210 was par. 238, well above par. Got that cushion as well. Now it's about early wickets and keeping the pressure and sustaining that.
Hard length. Pretorius gets off the mark though with the single that he trots through for. What will they have learnt from last night when they bowled and were larruped around by Pollard and Coran et al?
Well, you got to bowl aggressively. You got to bowl to take wickets. It's easy to get into a defensive mindset here, but if you feel and can make peace with the fact that you will go for a little bit of runs, but the best chance to peg a team back is to get wickets. And get in that mindset of bowling wicket-taking deliveries and giving yourself the best chance to get wickets. That's the only option in grounds like these and wickets like these.
I suppose what you're saying, that the best form of defence is attack in many ways, isn't it? You get wickets and you get yourself into the contest. Unicorns have been a little bit top-heavy this season. Short more recently, and Krishnamurthy starting to contribute. Hassan Khan too. Take a quick single, and might have been interesting had it not made contact with the bat of Pretorius. Ian Holland does the fielding.
I think it would have been very interesting. Now it's touch and go there. Went immediately. Yeah, it's just nowhere close to the stumps, not even the vicinity.
Did pull off a remarkable run out yesterday. Stunning effort from Ian Holland. The dive and slide and fling to the stumps. And the play of the day. His bowling will be important later. It's been exceptional to watch all season. I think you and I in particular have loved watching this young man go about his work. This was his first ever T20 100.
Yeah, he batted exceptionally that night. Timing was amazing. And just the aggression was impetuous. Batted exceptionally well. So mature, calm. That's what stands out about this youngster. The maturity he displays at this age.
That is going to be number 600 for the season. Second time it's happened in Cognizant MLC, and we're hunting down the all-time record. It could go tonight.
Slightly outside the off stump. Pick the length very quickly, knowing fully well what the field is. Connected that well. Sets up on the back foot. If it's there to be hit, bet your bottom dollar he will hit it.
There it is, confirmation. 600 sixes, would you believe it, in Major League Cricket 2026. Treated to an absolute exhibition of batting all throughout the season. 10 from the first. It's 10 for none. Now, the all-time record, Robin, since you're so interested in it, 608 in MLC in one season.
Well, you're underestimating how much these boys can hit. I reckon we'll cross 750 soon. Got to make sure that we keep Rodders very busy, keep breaking these records, and get him to keep throwing different numbers at us.
For those just tuning in for the first time, that's of course our esteemed statistician sitting next to us, who nearly went into meltdown at points of yesterday with the number of records that were broken. Here's Ben Dwarshuis, who has been skewed away, absolutely not where Pretorius intended, to the boundary. We'll get him to double figures.
He'll take it though. Again, outside the off stump, giving him a little bit of room, a little bit of width. When he gets that, he frees his arms. The first few shots have seemed a little nervy from Pretorius. This should calm the nerves down a bit.
Again, not out of the middle of the bat, but such is Pretorius's timing, he'll get it all the way for 6.
He was ready for that, wasn't he? Just slightly short of back of length. That ball sat up for him to take full toll on it. Again, a little bit of room, just a little bit. The margin of error against Pretorius is precarious. You can't go out of that little margin.
I think it's a great call, Robin. Very, very precarious indeed. You've got to be close to perfect. Fraction short, he'll pull you away. Too full, he'll pump you down the ground. He's been so good in the power play this season. Oh, now look at that. That swung back in significantly. Somehow evades the leg stump. Dwarshuis can't believe it.
Yeah, that was close, wasn't it? I think he was slower through the air for some reason, and then maybe a knuckleball went in. Look at that. Oh no, he just kind of released it slow. Wow, what a delivery. And great work by House behind the stumps.
Nice to see the mix-ups and big changes in pace throughout this over already. One up over 140 kilometers an hour. Third ball down to 116.
Bowling well, hasn't he, Dwarshuis? In his pace up, which is exactly what you want to do on this wicket.
This goes a long way up. Two fielders converge. Pinar wants it and takes it. Massive celebrations from the Freedom. They know how big that wicket is. And Pretorius, he's got to go.
He bowled the slider again, didn't he? Slow through the air. And he went into the shot a little earlier, I suppose. Yeah, only to get the bottom of the bat. The nerves getting to him eventually. Pinar standing right upright and taking the catch at chest height. What a great ball from Dwarshuis. He strike first blood. Pretorius goes for 18, 20 for 1.
Here comes the skipper, Matthew Shorts, at number 3. Played wonderfully well yesterday, but it wasn't in a winning cause. Now down the leg side, and it's flicked something, most likely the pad, given Dwarshuis' reaction. Kaus was interested, the bowler less so. It'll close out the second. 20 for 1. Already a few shades of deja vu really from last night. Early wicket in the chase of a very, very high total. You'd imagine the runs on the board should be more than enough, but pretty power-packed batting lineup, and Krishnamurthy coming to form in particular. That's important for the Unicorns. A lot, again, as always, lies on the skipper's shoulders alongside Finn Allen right now. Change in bowling immediately. No more Sarav Netravalkar. Asif Mahmood was used yesterday very briefly. Both sides sticking with the same 11 for tonight's all-important contest. I imagine that Finn Allen is going to continue to attack despite the loss of his opening partner. Nicely driven. Pick up the single. Pretorius has been one of the big wickets of the season. The Freedom delighted to get him.
He has been. He knew it immediately, didn't he? And so did Dwarshuis. A Cognizant clutch catch from Pina. Sent it high. Didn't pick that slower ball at all. A slider coming from the side of his hands.
What a way to get his account underway. Not quite going to be a maximum, but a power-packed pull stroke, 1 bounce and 4 to short.
He means business short. Again, he got a brilliant 50 yesterday and was unfortunate to fall short of the target. Just picked up from where he left off. Second ball of his innings. Short, tucked away.
Good signs, really positive signs for the Unicorns, these. Short is integral to the men in orange and to this chase, and that is a beautiful cricket shot.
Yeah, everything right about it. Ask a batter what one of the best shots would be to feel as a batter. That would be it. Pitched up, presenting the full face of the bat. Driving through. Fantastic shot.
Respect to Mahmood, it's an interesting call to see him on this early. Only bowled 8 overs this season, yet to pick up a wicket across his 4 appearances. Oh, great fielding. That's superb from Chowdhury. And 3 runs saved.
Nikhil Chowdhury, you beauty. That is a safe and a half. Have a look at that. Actually, that was 4 for all money. And he throws himself. And what a great pickup. One-handed. Wow. Well done, youngster.
He does everything with a hint of swagger, doesn't he? Really good cricketer to watch. His leg spin later on could be very important. Great fielding. 3 runs saved. A brilliant innovation. They're targeting Mahmood here. Allen gets down to ramp it away for 4.
And nicely done from Finn Allen. And he stays low on the ball. He hits the ball exceptionally well. Innovative. Knew where the field was, manipulated it.
Actually just Mahmood's 2nd over in the power play all season as well. Making that early call up to duty all the more surprising. His over will go for 15, so the Unicorns recovering from that loss of Pretorius. It's 35 for 1. Something so special about this venue. Absolutely love the Oakland Coliseum. Don't know how you can't. I'll tell you something, Robin. Loved every second of the season with you two. Here are our VTEX leading run scorers. And Pretorius disposed at the top. How good has Andres House been this season, but particularly the last 3 matches?
It's been exactly like his photograph. Means business. Mean. Goes out there when that swagger is batting right now. It's been delicious to watch.
Tried that delivery again, didn't he? A little slower swinger, but it's helped away. Not quite the right line, and races for 4. Talk me through this delivery that helped to set up the dismissal of Pretorius.
4 first ball, second one was pace on as well. Third one was literally a slider or a glider, so to speak. Went with the short ball after that. And yet again, went with the slider. Just came back into him. He went through the shot a little early. Very well bowled from Dwarshuis.
To the call from Finn Allen. Pienaar slides quickly, very effective fielder. Every run's going to count in this chase.
Absolutely, they will count. Fielding is going to be integral. Unlike yesterday, MI New York fielders dropped quite a few. It's going to be crucial for Freedom's success, if they are going to be successful, that they field exceptionally well.
Love that moon shot. Who's shooting for the moon tonight? Who's going all the way to the grand final come Saturday? All on the line this evening. Short played exceptionally yesterday in the first game of the day, but it didn't end up coming in a victory for much of the chase. It looked like it was going to, though.
So he played some really good cricket shots yesterday. Timing was pristine, placement really good, field awareness excellent, and despite his leg, his knee not feeling fully okay, he led from the front with match shot.
In that package, 4 boundaries in an over, Sunil Narayan, and not many have done that this season to the LA Knight Riders star, who's probably been the bowler of the tournament.
Yeah, Sunil has been bowler of the tournament so far. Match shot played exceptionally well. Watching it not be on the winning side.
Using that little slider away an awful lot. Obviously something Dwarshuis has been working on, and kind of seen it throughout the Oakland leg for this postseason. Much with pace on has travelled the distance.
Yeah, he's brought up this innovation quite late in the tournament. I haven't seen him bowl this before, in fact. So it's a great introduction at the crucial moment of a tournament.
Just wonder how much of an impact someone like James Hope's having upon his fellow Australian, the former all-rounder. Here's the bowling coach under Ricky Ponting for the Freedom. Bowls it yet again. Lots of pace off throughout that over. Really good one for the Freedom, just 7 from it. 42 for 1.
Yeah, lovely straight field. Try and protect that boundary. Just the 2 sixes so far, and the start is probably not as quick as the Unicorns might want, but it'll be a tussle all the way through.
We know with the Finn Allen, just waiting for that penny to drop. He can explode at any time. 360 behind the keeper, in front of his eyes. So waiting for that. Matt Short's in good form, so this partnership is crucial for the Unicorns.
You just have a look at all the fielders, and it's the Lexus power play, 2 fielders outside the circle, and all those that are fielding inside are right on the edge of it, because the ball's going to be hit really hard and everyone's looking to try and get the ball off to the fence. So not too many singles, and you don't mind them singles, you're protecting boundaries.
Yeah, 100%. You don't mind the singles at this point. Obviously, there's some big runs needed. Petrovalka maybe tried to slow ball there, trying to get it out the arc of Matt Short. Just misses that line again. But sometimes you've got to try a skill. That's one of his best deliveries. Just missed the line this time, but I'm sure he's going to go back to the drawing board and maybe execute it again.
There you go, see, right on the edge there. Take one if you like, take us on, but we're going to give ourselves every chance to stop the ball going through the field and going for 4. There's a lot to be said for a learning from the previous day for both these teams. I also say this, Liam, that no T20 ground has ever seen consecutive run chases of 230 plus.
MLC's been full of records this year. Why not? You know, the Unicorns have got some strong batters backed up in the dugout down there, and 230 is gettable on a good pitch, short boundaries, and some excellent batsmen. It's going to be interesting chase. Let's see how we go.
Language, it tells you a lot. All arms crossed. Picture of concentration there, Sanjay. Nerves as well. Wide. Roll that one again.
Fine margins, because you just come inside of that blue line, you could disappear. So you're trying to touch it, you're trying to like tease the perimeter. You get it slightly wrong, it's a wide, but you can re-ball that. I think it was Dhoni used to say to his CSK teammates, rather be wide of the line and inside it and go for 6. So here we go again. Not too far up, well, it is quite far away. I don't know what I'm talking about. He missed by quite a little bit.
Taken. Oh, it was flying. It was absolutely humming. And Steve Smith plucks it out the air.
That's why them fielders are on the circle, Pommy. No quick singles. If you want to beat us, you have to go over our head. And if not, we're going to scoop that up and take the wicket. Finn Allen to be disappointed. There's that off-cutter again. Length ball, a little bit of width. Gets a good piece of it, but an outstanding catch by Steve Smith. Finn Allen, as usual, very disappointing. He has to depart. Finn Allen departs for 14. The Unicorns are 46 for 2.
Sanjay Krishnamurti. A good player, lovely to watch. A look at the wicket again.
Yeah, off cutter away from Finn Allen. I think we were just talking about this. Probably tried to hit a little bit straighter, but with the angle of the off cutter, slices it, goes straight to Steve Smith at mid off. Good catch in the end, good hands.
Yeah, lovely. Lovely bowling. Just the 4 off the over and the big wicket of Finn Allen. 46 for 2. Fight right there, and fully so by night. Throwing shots all around the Oakland Coliseum. Orange side is the west. They do have big hitters, but they would love for some sort of partnership to form, to take control somewhat, and they'd have felt it would have been particularly important to utilize the power play. Here's Mitch Owen.
Yeah, this was the partnership yesterday that was over 100. I think it was a record for the Unicorns yesterday, so this is such an important play for the Unicorns. Looking at the wicket again. Off cutter into the pitch, slice straight to Steve Smith. Finn Allen's going to be disappointed with that because he was looking in decent form and he was about to get going. But good plan by the Freedom. Smart captaincy, probably mastermind by Ricky Ponting in the dugout.
I think he ends up too close to it. He's close to that, all right. And that has gone flat to the fence for 6. Matt Short continuing his fine form.
Yeah, in between length there. It wasn't short, slow ball bounce. It wasn't full. It was a length that sat up and was there to be slapped. He's very strong on the leg side. That's his bread and butter, and he's not going to miss out on that, Pommy.
Bang again. 6 again. Oh, wow, what hitting by Matt Short.
Watches the ball all the way on. He's so strong that side. He kind of rolls his wrists on it. Leg side, one of the best players, I think, off his hip and off the length, hitting over the leg side. Another good shot. He looks in good form. Yesterday's form continues today.
Superb. Oh, the full array, you know. Pulled one away off a length and then just stood there straight back over the head. Now the use of the feet. 3 in a row.
It's hard not for me to stand up and cheer this, being an ex-Unicorn player. Outstanding. Toe the bat, actually, but he gets enough of it to go over mid-off. Excellent batting here. 2 leg side. Now runs down the pitch and hits it over long off for 6.
It's just addressing what was a sluggish start with the loss of wickets. They'd kind of seemingly lost their way and not done enough in the power play.
Just looking at the 3 boundaries here. Short into the wicket, sat up to be hit. Great shot over long on, and the next one hop, skip and a jump. Bang down the wicket over long off. 18 runs off them 3 balls. Excellent batting from the skipper, Matt Short.
One ball. It's probable that would have the sight screen and movement issues and close to them. That's a finish. 3 dots, 3 sixes. Texas power play done. It's 64 for 2.
Funny how your mindset works. You call him back, no ball.
Oopsie. Oh no, you don't need that.
That's your mindset off. You're halfway across the field. You put your sweater back on, like old school. And then you have to reload and ball again with someone who's been pumping it to all parts. Reload again here, Mitch Owen. Just looking on the screen here. That line belongs to the umpire, and unfortunately, that heel just creeps over, and it's a free hit.
It's the first one he's ever bowled in Cognizant Major League Cricket. He'll get the treatment. Maximum. So that final one goes for 7. Hold on, don't go anywhere. He hasn't got his foot behind the line. I said it goes for 7. It could go for 13.
Mitch Owen, head in his shirt, not happy with that, very disappointed. Tricky, he's trying to hit the crease with his run up and obviously over striding, and that heel just clipping the white line, and that's the umpire's line. That's another free hit, which Matt Short will be delighted about.
Oh, what a time to bowl your first and your second no ball in the tournament. He had bowled 348 deliveries before this in this tournament without one. Nicely bowled. Doesn't get the full. Oopsie. Pick up a second. Is it turning? Is it turning? 74 for 2 in the power play gets them to the rate.
One over can change this so quickly. That's a massive over. 28 off them 6 deliveries. Momentum shift, and the Unicorns horns out, trotting ahead here.
Yeah, well, Sanjay's out there doing Sanjay Krishnamurthy things. I thought, why not get the little siblings some airtime? I'm here with Pranay Krishnamurthy. What's it like just supporting your brother through all of his success?
Yeah, honestly, it's just been amazing getting to see him play so much, and since I've seen him since he was so young, but see him grow up and just get better and better. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and you're the youngest sibling. You have another one in the middle, and Sanjay is the oldest. Do you think your parents have any favorites, and could it be you?
I like to think that they don't have a favorite, and I'm sure if they were asked the same question, they'd say they love us all equally. But yeah, obviously they're really happy to get to see our different talents and really be proud of us. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we know how Sanjay is on the field, like he's pretty chilled out, but what's he like off the field? Does he bully you around a little bit?
No, honestly, he's really kind, but he's kind of very similar. He's pretty quiet, introverted, and he just keeps to himself, but he's really fun, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And to my right, we have a minor league player who's definitely inspired by Sanjay Krishnamurthy, to say the least. Naman, what's it like just being in the minor league setup?
I think it's real special. I think playing with players like this, like I'm watching them play Major League here, especially the likes of Saurabh, Sanjay, even Saideep now, Chris. I think it's really good to see the skills, and it really helps me develop as a personal cricketer, and it teaches me different ways to play the game. So.
Yeah, and also you're a net bowler as well. What's the main thing that you've learned from these players, and anyone specific in mind?
I think more than skills, I think we learn how to develop the way we think about the game, and it's like different situations, how we'd perform under pressure, and how we'd help the team get to whatever position they need to be. And yeah, I think that's really important, and something you don't really learn when you're playing lower levels of cricket.
Yeah, and obviously you're a player here, and you're watching the dream right in front of you. What's it like, and what would the feeling be like if you could play out here in the Oakland Coliseum, born and raised here in California?
I think it's the goal. I think it's my personal goal to be here in like 2-3 years. I think that's what I've been working towards, and that's my that's really the dream, honestly, to play alongside all of these like big stars and on a stage like this. It'd be really special.
Yeah, I mean, we're all rooting for you, Naman. Hope to see you out there. And there's just so much pride here and so many idols here in the Bay Area, so it's definitely the place to be.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely love it. All the best to you, all three, I'll say. And we want to see you in the bright lights. Keep working at it, and if you're thinking about it like that, you're some way there.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been involved in the minor league cricket for a few years now. Some very good talent, and they'll be exciting watching this power play. Vittoria's got off to a bit of a flyer here with his short arm jabs, and then obviously it was the wicket which he missed hit, be disappointed. It's almost Pienaar, easy catch for him, which brought in Matt Short. Finn Allen would be disappointed with that. That was showed earlier, sliced the ball straight to Steve Smith at mid-off, and then we have Matt Short, who had a powerful over, bringing his team back in charge.
Yeah, the Lexus power play critical in terms of just getting started and making sure that it's going the right way for you, whether you're fielding or batting. Strike. What a strike. It is that man, Matt Short. Again, a fifth one for him. It's 85 for 2.
When we've looked at the people who've been successful here, playing shots like this, it's been straight down the ground, the majority of the sixes, long on, long off. Yes, if it's short, they're going to pull you and pick you up to mid-wicket, but a lot of the best players who've done really well here, back down the ground, strong base, straight eyes, straight head, powerful shots down the ground.
So 74 for 2 after 6 overs, and this is the first time they lost 7 power plays that San Francisco have been outscored. They've got 83. Shot. Oh, what dexterity to manipulate the ball there. Looking for that area and got it, and to boot has got it for 6.
Absolutely. What I loved about that, it was obviously a sweep, but his hand speed, the amount of wood he got in that ball, and it actually traveled. It was a good nudge over short fine leg. Excellent shot. 59 meters. Big, small 6, Sanjay Krishnamurthy.
They're all 6. Small 6. I love it. I love it. Small 6. Oh, yes. Look at the boundaries. And this is what you were talking about hitting straight. Oh, edged. You're not catching up with that. You've got to put the dive in early.
He dived at the wrong time. He dived after the ball went for 4. Potentially, as a fielder, you've got to commit yourself. As a bowler, I'd rather someone commit and miss it than not dive at all. Very disappointed. Not a bad delivery wide, make Matt Short reach for it. This is where we want Netravalka to dive and put a paw on that. But he doesn't. He escorts it all the way for 4.
Gone, is it? No. Oh, hands on head. Says a lot. It says a great deal. He clutched one yesterday that went into his midriff. Couldn't keep a hold of this one with his hands. It hits right and then left and pops out. Oh dear. Guess what? Gone for 6. and brought up 50 as well, Matt Short. How much will they rue that? It also brings up the Unicorns 100 there, 102 for 2.
$102 on the board for the San Francisco Unicorns, trying to get to their second ever final, this time at home. A lot more work to go, but the captain, he's just hit his second consecutive 50. Second of the season. He saved his best for the playoffs. Krishnamurthy wants in, but he's only picked out Nikhil Chaudhary. It's a Cognizant clutch catch out on the rope.
Big moment in this contest, the challenger. You win this, you're into Saturday's final, of course. But you got to get there first. And young Sanjay Krishnamurthy, who got 65 yesterday, can't repeat it. And Mitch Owen is made up a little bit because he bowled a couple of no balls in his last over. And that's a wonderful take, really is. And it certainly is a Cognizant clutch catch if there ever was. Made a lot of ground and did the work. Krishnamurthy goes for double figures. He's out for 10, and the Unicorns are 102 for 3 here.
New man is Aaron Hardy here in the 9th over. Had in this position yesterday. Didn't go the way of the Unicorns.
Not quite going to script here for the Unicorns. They could have done with another partnership from these two very talented right-handers in Short and Krishnamurthy, but not to be in the Shikadi celebration. Cricket lovers around the globe will remember Shikhar Dhawan with his celebration, and Mitch Owen, he is pumped.
Really important for Aaron Hardy to get started. Last 5 innings, he hasn't gotten out of the double digits, including yesterday where he was just scoring 6 runs off 7 deliveries in a situation where they needed him to go big.
Well, Aman, they need him even bigger tonight, because this is the sudden death scenario. Last night they had the opportunity, have got the opportunity to play in this match because they came second to the LA Knight Riders and they get another life. But here it is. If you're ever going to make a big name for yourself, Aaron Hardy, it's right here tonight on the 16th of July, 2026.
Talk about showing up when it matters most. Matt Short, his first 50 of the season yesterday, his second today. In a game where they need it to get to that final. You lose, you're out. And he's lit up the park. 3 4s, 6 6s, Danny.
Well, he fell just shy of 100, didn't he, with 94. Can he go all the way and get the Unicorns over the line here tonight? That's the big question.
And he's need some support, does Matt Short. So he has Hassan Khan still to come. would find a lot of faith in him given the last couple of outings for the man, but it's about Aaron Hardy. He's got time to settle in, but look at that required run rate. It's at 12.
Yeah, to a ball from this far out can be a little challenging. But I think back to Short last night with a 94 not out. He hit 10 fours and only 2 sixes. That's the other key. He's more of a stroke maker, but he needs to hit sixes tonight.
Still won't find the boundary there. What a 9th over. Just gone for 4 runs and the wicket of Sanjay Krishnamurthy. It's 106 for 3. It's Rachin Ravindra here in over 10. It's a single. It's match short. Speaking of being around the ground, Nikhil Uttamchandani is. Where are you at, Nikhil?
Guys, I've discovered something today. You know, I've loved my fascination with this stadium. I've learned so much in the past few days, and if you've been watching, you would know I've gone to all different positions. Who's bowling right now? Rachin Ravindra. I've been so taken aback. Now, Aman, you would know I'm in the bullpen. Something I think that we can bring into cricket. I've heard it before, spoken about in previous years. What used to happen is the pitchers would warm up in this area before actually going onto the field. Imagine someone's batting at 6 or 7, coming in the 15th or 16th over. Maybe like Aaron Hardy right now. Imagine if he could hit a few balls before he came out to bat, so that he could be warm when he came in and it wouldn't take 5 or 6 balls. I think we need to get a bullpen in cricket so that guys can get warm beyond the boundary and of course then come out fresh. What's happening on my left? Left, okay. I wanted to show you something else. Look, guys, look at this. I'm not gonna speak. Hopefully you can see me. Did you see that? Hold on.
Scary.
What is this? I find it amazing because of course the baseballers, Aman will correct me if I'm wrong, used to use this to gain cushion and then try to catch the ball above it. Maybe we can have this for the supporters when they're diving for those catches in the crowd, those brothers up there. Here's Rachin again. How good is that? Given out. They'll come back to me. Over to you guys.
How close was it? Hardy's gonna have a look at it.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. It's a fair delivery. Start front on, please. Thank you. Goes close to the bottom edge of the bat. I'll check ultra edge next, please. Thank you. Gap on the left-hand side. Gap on the right-hand side now. Flat line all the way through. Thank you. No bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Standing by for ball tracking, coming up now. Pitching outside off. Impact is umpire's call, wickets is umpire's call, the view has been retained. Stay with the original decision, Leslie. You're on
Confirmation for Leslie Reefer. It will be out. Umpire's call twice. And Rachin Ravindra has his man.
Yeah, confirmation from Wayne Boogie Woogie Knights upstairs here. Has to go. Did look good. First time, real time. Once again, single figures for Hardy. Just 3, and suddenly the Unicorns are slipping down at 109 for 4 here. and it's time for a little thirst quencher. Drinks here at the Coliseum.
Trying to quench the thirst of wanting to be in the final. The Unicorns need someone to bat with Matthew Short. Again, 59 unbeaten. Aaron Hardy sent ahead of Hassan Khan again, not to be, just 3 off 5. So now it's going to be the rest of the order. For the Washington Freedom, they've made those inroads, 4 in the first 10, and it's 4 different bowlers. Nethervalker, Dwarshis, Owen, and Ravindra, all with the wicket apiece. And they'll be on a high coming out this drinks break. Danny didn't know if this total was going to be enough because of those 2 openers who got in, who looked like they were starting to get going. Lohandre with a couple of hits, but maybe just one too many.
It's a shame because particularly for Victorious, you've got to start until Len. And a couple of big strikes from Finn Allen and some class from Matthew Short. Until that. That is a great grab, really is. And it had to be from Stephen Smith. That was humming from Finn Allen, but he got to 14 and missed out. Now they're relying heavily on Matthew Short, who's now got a half century with 59. And he's going to have to do a bit of a Lone Ranger scenario, you'd think. He just needs someone at the other end to hang in with him, and he can face the lion's share of the strike. It was the end of Krishnamurti, and now the end of Hardy to Ravindra. And it is now a big ask. This 238 for 6, and it's 109 for 4 and 9.4. The asking now is over 12 and a halves, and you've lost 4. Tricky.
It is going to be who comes in to support Short. Yes, he's got to do some Lone Ranger stuff, but he'd love to have a partner to swing alongside. Just slipped a bit, the Unicorns. It's Hassan Khan in. And gone straight away. It's a 6 off his very first delivery, just like he did 24 hours ago.
Come on, Hassan Khan. Can he be a hero here for the Unicorns in this knockout challenger match? Got a save from Ravindra. It was served up on a silver salver. Short and sweet, and it got the treatment.
Calls for 2. We'll just settle for the 1. Halfway stage, it's 116 for 4.
Fellas, I'm still in the bullpen, still playing with this, but I wanted to show you something. Remember, refresher, love this aspect, love this idea, get warm. I realized they've left some stuff. What's this, just a ball? Get that out of here. But this thing, a baseball mitt, an old one, what do we have inside? No way. Danny Aman, it's the MVP verified Z cards. And I know you can't see them right now, but you're not gonna believe this. It's a premium signed version by Marcus Stoinis. And would you believe that just today, I'm gonna lay that down there, just today I was collecting some of my own. I've got one as well. This one isn't signed, so I've got to get Marcus to sign that one. Hold on, I wanna show you my collection. Jason Holder, signed. So, I've got my MVP cards, scan the QR code on screen. Guys, I can catch it. I might catch this one. I can't catch that one. I think it's time to get a Hassan Khan MVP card. If anyone can, Danny Morrison, Hassan Khan.
bullpen, I think you're in the sandpit there still playing, nephew. But I tell you what, Nikolutum Chandani needs his own MVP card down there. Great stuff, young man. And this young man is looking pretty good too. Can he hang in here for some time with his captain?
Yeah, again, squeeze through. Won't get for 4, but Hassan Khan's coming in with great form. And it was such a shock to everybody that he was sent underneath Aaron Hardy yesterday. Given the situation, he came in, hit a first ball 6 there. The number of 60s we've seen, Danny, 610 for the season. That's the most. That's more than we had in 2025. Already, we still have a game to go after this.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It has improved immensely, the 6 hitting, and Mr. Mbungo and myself were on about it. You've got to be able to do it. This is match 26 against the LA Knight Riders. The Knight Riders are in the final. Could it be these two sides showing you the highlights here when Hassan Khan was fatting it to all parts? Can he? That's the million-dollar question here. Can Hassan Khan play an innings of substance? And I'm talking about like a decent half century, a 60 or 70 odd, and Matt Short, who was 94 not out, reach 3 figures here and get them into the final. Everyone needs a unicorn, hopefully on Super Saturday.
Nine runs from the 11th over, including the 6 from Hassan Khan. 125 for 4. This is the rematch of the 2024 Major League Final. That time it was the Freedom across the line, defending a total. Unicorns hope to rewrite the script. To do so, they'll need 114 from the final 54 here in Oakland. Gotta love under the lights here in Oakland. 6s lighting up the night sky. And the Freedom just trying to put together some quiet overs. They'll go to more spin. It's not Rachan Ravindra, it's Nikhil Chaudhary. Matthew Shore's been held off strike for quite some time. Just wondering, is that going to affect his ability to find the rope as well?
Well, it's all about rhythm. Massively. He's going to get it back now as the skipper, Matthew Short. Well, kudos to Hassan Khan. He's been striking at just over 300 now. As I say, a couple of deliveries got to be mindful of and not get out, plus keep scoring. So he's 17 off 10 with 2 6s, striking at 170. The captain, mind you, has hit 6 6s and 3 4, striking at 203 here.
You talked about Matthew Short being unable to hit 6s towards the end of his innings yesterday. Prior to this delivery, he'd only played 4 balls from the last 4 overs, and that's not helpful.
No, it's not part of the script for sure. You want your best player now to be facing the lion's share of the deliveries left in this contest. Can he?
And you can see a real definite plan from the Freedom now to Hassan Khan to hide the ball away outside the off stump. He's so prolific through the leg side. He's terrific with pace behind points, but they're just trying to keep him playing in front of square.
Well, simple fact is one of these two has to go for 6. Oh, it's inside. No. Oh, Leslie. And of course, in this tournament, you can't review a wide. I tell you, in India, you can. But not here in MLC. Watch this. It's a guide. The blue line's a guide. It's up to the umpire. It's another one of those umpiring calls for him.
You said it, Danny. One of these has to go for 6. It's now down to the last ball. Look at that required run rate. Xavier Bartlett's thinking, man, am I going to have to come in and hit more than 13s?
Radio. Hassan Khan, load up here, Chief.
Is it inside the line? Is it? Yeah, hands stay down. It'll be a dot to close. Terrific from Chowdhury. Just 5 runs from it. It's 130 for 4.
$109 more required of 48. In usual circumstances, you'd say the freedom of far too many. We've seen some extraordinary things, though, already. Every ball that goes to the boundary will fill the Unicorns full of hope. Important one to start the over to put pressure on Owen. Helped away by Short for 4.
Probably don't bowl to Short's hip. One of the strongest player in the game at putting that away. But the Unicorns, it's moving time, Lenny. A couple of big overs required here, otherwise that run rate's going to sneak way ahead of them.
See the tactic here, can't you? Come around the wicket, bowl as wide as is possible and don't allow them to hit up into that shorter corner around long on-care corner.
This is what he tried, Lenny, in Texas against, was it Russell? Or it was against him. It didn't quite work, so maybe he's gone back, worked on his skills, but he's still looking to come around the wicket, going wide out of the arc of the batsman with slow balls and maybe wide hole.
Crucial dots. Hassan Khan may be trying to overhit. Now, last night, we saw so many records broken. The way in which they were broken, Liam Plunkett, was this period of 4 overs, 12 to 16. You're not going to believe this stat. They hit 97 runs, did the Freedom, from those 4 overs. They went absolutely ballistic in this exact phase. The required run rate now is nearly at 14. You can see the red worm, it's just flatlining. It needs to burst back to life to come up. Only way to do that is to hit boundaries.
Good ball, and mixing his pace up here. Slow balls, that was even like a fuller slow ball. But yeah, that's right. The thing is about this ground though, a few big hits, like a few small hits, and you're up and running. 2 sixes and overs, quite possibly on this ground, all of a sudden that scoreboard starts to move. So 103 or 44, it is doable, but to your point, Lenny, some 6s are required.
And I think for me, it's got to be now. The reason they chased it last night was they got ahead of the chase. They somehow got ahead of a required run rate that at points was hovering at 15, 15 and a half and over. They do that by taking 97 off 4 between 12 and 16. Got to shift gears, they got to do it now. Good stroke. That'll get to the boundary. A couple of bounces, races away for 4 more.
It was actually a pretty good delivery from Owen. Wide hole, but Matt Short ran down and met it just on the half volley. Very good shot, opened his blade, hit it through covers for 4 runs. Great shot from Matt Short.
Right now in this chase, all that matters are the boundaries. See Ricky Ponting living every delivery. Stressful on the sideline, only so much you can do as the head coach. Fielders now moving around. That deep extra cover gap will be filled. Gets out of the over. At the moment, 11 off and over is a good result for the Freedom. It's 141 for 4.
Washington Freedom bowling card here. Pretty solid. Mahmood's expensive 15 off his 1. Pretty solid here on this pitch. Ravinda expensive compared to last night, who was extending. Chowdhury just 1 over.
Actually like what the Freedom have done, even if I didn't really think Asif Mahmood was the call on the power play, but used all sorts of options. This over here is going to be massively important. Chowdhury, you can get it through and over with less than 10 here. That required run rate's going to become astronomical. They have to find not just a few boundaries here, Liam Plunkett. They've got to get some maximums off the leg spinner.
They need a couple of overs with 20 plus off it. It is doable here, but Chowdhury's sneaky, gets through the overs quick, flies through the over. As soon as you look up, the ball's coming at you.
Goes up and over the offside. He says run, run, because he doesn't think it'll get to the rope. Khan is right, we'll pick up a couple. .95 off 40. Everything favours the fielding side. Again, everything favoured the fielding side last night with that record chase. Does lightning strike twice is a big question. Do we see 2 mammoth totals overhauled on consecutive evenings in the playoffs? This goes a long, long way up and is going to be held down by Steve Smith at long off. He initially went back to ascertain where the rope was. It ended up being caught well inside it. And the introduction of Chowdhury is changing this contest.
Here we go, Chowdhury was a leg spinner wide out the arc of Hassan Khan. Ball goes up. Steve Smith, what he did in LA, he touches the Tobalone with his foot. He knows where the boundary is, and then he comes back into the field of play. Takes the catch comfortably. Yeah, just.
House elated. They know how big a wicket that is because Hassan Khan can be so dangerous. Unicorns in real trouble now. Khan's gone for 21. It's 144 for 5. Ahmad Azam to the crease. Bit in and out of the side parts of this season, but he played that one really impactful knock when he very nearly got Unicorns up, hunting down the total against the Knight Riders. Made 40 off 19 that night. He needs something like that and a bit more. 2 wickets in the last 24 balls, but also the runs are drying up. That's why there are such concerns writ large on the faces of the Unicorns bench. Chowdhury has turned the game, turned it on its head. Might not be possible for the Unicorns to turn it back, Liam Plunkett.
Be difficult. He's bowling nice here. Quick, trying to get that under the batsman's bat.
Hit into the gap and hit all the way for 6. Only a fraction short, but Ahmad Azam pounced on the length and gets his account underway with a maximum that'll bring the 150 up.
What he can do is hit a clean ball. Didn't get all of that, but it was kind of a poor delivery. He'd be disappointed with that. Manages to scoop that over the boundary for 6. Another 6 off this over, and then we're talking, mate, potentially.
Off the inside edge. Maybe not the best result, as Short won't have the strike. Great over from Chowdhury. It's a wicket-taking one, 151 for 5.
Here we go, that last wicket. Good ball, leg spinner. Steve Smith, touch and go from the boundary rope, and then manages just to catch it, looking at the dugout, because he knows that could easily popped out, but it's a big wicket in the context of this game. Oh, nearly popped out the bottom, but it's out, and it's out.
Well, the floodlights more than in full effect right now. Unicorns need, well, a pretty astronomical 88 off the remaining 36 deliveries. They're going to have to go some, and they're going to have to go right now. Required run rate is the highest it's been in the chase, the best part of 15 per over. Back comes Ben Dwarshuis. He's had a really good season, I think, with bat and ball. What can he produce? That, for me, is probably pitched outside leg. It's that one that he looks to swing away from the right-hander. No interest, really, from Steve Smith nor the bowler. Good decision.
Often in this time you would have fine leg up, but Azam is very strong and he will try to scoop you. That's why the fine leg's back in the leg side field. Square leg, deep fine leg are back. Quickly changing that, having said, they're bringing fine leg up and taking deep mid wicket back.
This is the end to attack as well. So overs 15, 17 and 19 important. Shorter straight down the ground, just 66 metres. Trying to hit straight down the ground. A lot of talk with all the world records going yesterday and the attention of the cricketing world turning here to Oakland as to, hold on, how small are the boundaries? There's big pockets in this ground. Just been some sublime batting, maybe a bit of indifferent bowling yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. We talk about good batting. Matt Shaw, 72 off 36. Get him on strike. Give him the strike back. Get the single, and you can still have 4 balls in that over to do damage. He's the guy who's in, who's probably seen the ball like a beach ball. Let him have the strike.
So consistent all season. It's to double figures yet again. He's peaking at the right time. Can he keep going? Picks the gap and will find the boundary. Not out of the middle. Might have liked a maximum, but he will get 4 and he'll take that.
The missed execution of that slow ball just sticks in when it's halfway down, and anyone's going to put that away, especially Matt Shaw, who's actually in here with a decent score under his belt. That's a flick, that's his bread and butter. He's not going to miss out on a bad delivery like that.
Will be given as a wide. Good glove work though from Andreas Kraus, who, despite his heroics with the bats, being really good with the gloves. Short all season, the absolute standouts alongside Pretorius for the men in orange. What does he need to get here for the Unicorns to get close? He might need 130, not out.
Yeah, 100%, and he's got to go now. You can't knock it around. 125, 130 to your point might get them over the line.
Trying to push Hamad Azam to go here. He'd like the strike back, not going to get it though. Shorter end. See here, anything in the slot. Matthew Short, whether he's dancing down or whether he's going deep in the crease, he just punishes it.
He does. He sometimes makes it into the slot by coming down on it. He doesn't wait for the ball. Sometimes if it's slow, you have to run to the ball to get that power behind it, and he's done that well today.
Sense he's a bit frustrated, not quite timing it as he would have liked across the last probably collectively 20 or 30 balls, the team. Fielder at long on, straight to him. It's another one gone. Short is running out of partners here because Hamad Azam is the latest to fall, looking for a big hit, looking to keep up with that required run rate.
He was actually a lot quicker, that ball. It was 87 miles an hour. Maybe that's shocked him a little bit. He thought it was going to be in the slot. The ball hit him harder than he thought. It was a admittedly speedy delivery. Tries to get a good piece of it. It doesn't go all the way. It goes straight to Chowdhury at long on, who takes a comfortable catch, and Steve Smith did.
Taylor 2 catches there, certainly. He made it look a lot easier than his skipper did, but the result is the same. The end of Hamad Azam, gone for 7, 158 for 6. Xavier Bartlett's very capable with the bat, but not this season. It's barely been utilised, and you just sense this game is only swinging in one direction, and that's away from the home side. Can Bartlett give some support to the captain, Matt Short? Dorsius will come around the wicket. Got to get 2 to get Short back on strike. Throw goes to Short's end, and he gets home. Really good agility and dexterity on display. 160 for 6.
At the match summary, Freedom 238, obviously fantastic innings again by Andrews House. Steve Smith backed him up with Owen also. The Unicorns 160 for 6, and they need the captain Short, who's 77 not out, to kick on here with the help of Xavier Bartlett. 79 runs off 30 balls.
Always going to be daunting to chase anything over 200, however good the surface is. However prolific the batters have been going. Said this 4-over period you and I were together for, Liam, was going to be key, but hasn't gone the Unicorns' way. It's gone all the Freedom's way. Here's Chowdhury again. It's straight down the ground. Really good shot. Splits the 2 fielders perfectly and starts the over crucially with a boundary. Can he put some pressure on Chowdhury?
He has to. 75 of 29. It's going to take something special here. He has to go every single ball here. Flat bat, actually straight bat, back down the ground is a good shot. He needs some maximums off this over to keep the Unicorns in this contest.
Yeah, you think of the chase last night. So many big overs. Gonna get 4 more. This is excellent batting, it really is. Need 4 of these every over. But Short, whilst he's on strike, the Unicorns are still in there fighting.
Same again. Run down the wicket, give himself some room, and gets a good piece of that through the covers for 4 runs. It's a good start in this over for Matt Short. Needs a few of these to back that up, potentially get 20, 25 off the over, 26 off the over.
Absolute euphoria in the crowd for that young fan as well, loving every second at the Coliseum. Right off the toe of the bat, hides it away.
Very good bowling, in my opinion. He's obviously, Matt Short's looking to strike the ball. It's quick. The outside line, trying to hit the blue, not easy to hit. Very clever bowling. Sneaky between balls.
When you think about last night and those heroics in both innings, 270 played 266. There was massive overs. This is Hamad Azam's dismissal right off the top edge of the bat. Never going to clear. Hang on with that simple catch for Chowdhury. He's having a big impact. Devastation. Unicorns, top of the table during group play. Only side that's never made a grand final, having finished number 1, was the Orcas in season 1. Unicorns don't want to join them on that list. Last night in the chase, saw overs of 29, 21, 31 in the first innings. We saw overs going 24, 28, 22. They need an over like that to have any chance here, the Unicorns.
They don't have many overs left. Here he goes. Run rate required 16.56. Currently at 10.74.
See the tactic, hide it away outside the off stump. Since this is a big ball, what do you do? It's got to either go over the rope or at least get Matt Short back on strike. Will go over the rope. That's more like it for the Unicorns. They're still hanging around in this chase, and their captain, whilst he's still there, who knows? It's 177 for 6.
Eccleston's shot runs down the wicket, gets a full piece of that out the middle of the bat, plays with the spin, into out. Excellent shot from Matt Shaw, 80 metres, and that's 6 bits to the Unicorns.
"24 balls left to go, and San Fran and Oakland, they're feeling it. Here you see it, east to west, SFU is the best. They're giving some advice too, 4s and 6s only. No singles, hit hard, aim high." But that's not all that's in the crowd. Let's come right down. We want Washington Freedom to win. It's all to play for, a chance in the grand final. 24 balls decide who gets there and who has to go packing home.
Netravalko, I think he's going to have to reload this one, is he? No, he's not. Rushain says no. Wow. Wow. Have a look at this. There's been a couple of, well, human calls. Yeah. So, a little unlucky there, Xavier Bartlett, not to get an extra delivery. With that angle, up and over. Bartlett is a strong young man. They're going to need every inch of him, and Matt Short, who's into the 90s himself.
Just when you thought this one might be done, hold on to your hats. I tell you, you just never know. They can strike him, both Bartlett and Short. And this is a good illustration.
Did a big innings from Bartlett for sure. Met that, but the field is very straight there, Chowdhury, on purpose, because you can imagine Stephen Smith would have seen a bit of Bartlett's ability hitting. He's a very good late order player. Minute number 8. It's an important position, really, because you don't think, well, we keep going about the top order doing the job, but occasionally they just can't, which is the case here when you think about the 2 openers missing out again, Pretorius and Allen, and then young Krishnamurti couldn't get going. Hassan Khan was nipped in the bud, so you're down to the lower order, and he's not the worst, Bartlett, so he could be a good ally for the captain, Matt Short. Flying, he's bowled width. There's no one back there on the point boundary. 4 more.
There is a point at which the pressure shifts and it goes back to the bowlers, because the expectation is that they'll close out the job. And for the batters, their backs against the wall, and they've got absolutely no choice but to throw the bat at it. Who would be a coach? Nervous times.
Well, he's just probably thinking a bit of last night. The highs and lows of all the emotional roller coaster for both coaches from last night's big match that went the way of the Freedom. 2 to go in this over. 15 the asking. Bowled, and you could see that was probably a bit of the strategy here. from Matt Short, who's 97. Can you think of that? 94 not out and just fell short. Sorry about the pun. But here, I keep saying this, Pom, maybe if he could get 130 odd not out. Please.
He's still Matt Short.
With long legs. Stop it. Bartlett too is a strapping fellow. Last ball, can this disappear for the Unicorns over the ropes? Has to, really. Oh, brilliantly bowled. Should get two. Must come back because Short needs the strike. That's worked out okay. So 14 from the 17th. The asking's now 16 per over. It's 191 for 6 here. Yeah, confirmation of the equation. For the Unicorns to get up and make Saturday's final, bang on 16s of the last 3 overs. Not impossible, but these two, you'd imagine, have to do the job. Power hitters and good strikers.
Yeah, what a crescendo for Cognizant Major League Cricket 2026.
Cautious. Oh, there's those hands. Those fast hands, it's 100. The movie gets shorty. Well, they're still not doing it. 94 not out last night. He's 101 here in this challenger.
He's been a boss for his side through the tournament with ball and now with bat. A crucial time. They're on the brink. They're hanging on. Can they get there?
Oh, and a bit of luck there. That so easily could have gone back onto the stumps. It's not a bad delivery. This one, now there's that wrist work. He's so powerful there. Almost goes for 6. A little skimmer. Yeah, take the applause and all the accolades. Matthew Short.
Yeah, probably glad that the milestone's done. Oh, look. Yeah, one side up and applauding, the other in their fields because they have no idea what's going to happen here.
I often see that from Ricky Ponting. Up, fetch it! Get the cabin crew on this! It's disappeared in an upper deck. Don't go to Ponting now. 200 up here for the Unicorns.
Oh, could we just? Not 2 nights in a row, surely not. Bartlett's got other ideas. He says we are not out of this, not by any stretch of the imagination. And have a look at the Unicorns fans. Still believe. 37 to get. That rate has gone down from 16 to just under 15. Neck and neck as they come in here.
Big ball this. Still half an over to go. He's disappeared twice in this over. Wallop! Biggie! Hashtag love this game. 31 of 14 now.
These Aussie all-rounders, these bowlers who can bat a bit. Dorcius is getting some of his own medicine here from his countrymen. Bartlett says you can hit it far. Well, have a look at this. Long way into the stands. Just brilliant stuff.
Oh, Pommy, I'm loving this contest. Spot on from you. There again. Spot on with these two at each other. Yeah, at the toe of the blade. But we're up to 18 and there's 1 to go. If this can disappear for 6, that is McMassive in the context of the playoff.
At some point, you're sort of sitting and saying you want to bowl at the one guy who's just come in, because perhaps you can contain him better. You're not going to be saying that to Xavier Bartlett, who's hit 3 sixes of the 9 balls that he's faced. You really do have danger at either end. And as I say, I continually say, the pressure just shifts with the batting sides needing 14, 15, 16, and now it's the bowlers under the pump.
Shorty. Well, that's beautifully bowled. He had a little conference. Get through. It means short keeps the strike, but a very good last ball. 19 off the 18th. It's 210 for 6 now. There was a little conference there between Smith, the skipper, and the bowler. Xavier Bartlett is so strong in this region. Onside, very, very dangerous. He is unleashed here beautifully for the Unicorns. Partnership 52 now. Well, that little worm of the Unicorns has just made a nice little upsurge, and the comparison after 18 overs, wow. The Unicorns are slightly ahead. Yes, they've lost 2 more wickets. Freedom were 205 for 4. It's well bowled. It's into a little bit of a gap, thinking 2, no. Bartlett says, no, look, Skip, I've been bowling a lot lately, and I'm looking after my hammies. And, Skip, I back myself.
It's huge, this particular over. It's the one that kind of sets it up quite nicely, the penultimate one. What can you leave for your mates at the other end? What can you defend off the final one? So the work's going to be done here. Look at how nervous Ponting is. Oh, my goodness.
Chewing gum is getting one heck of a working over. Yeah, it's really good bowling, and they're going to hustle too. No, not this time, because again, the strike goes back to the captain. So, it's a great start to this second to last over. Can he finish and go deep, Netravalka, and really squeeze these 2 batters?
Tight as you like. Hit 3 runs, so neck and neck, as we say, as they come in. Essentially what they want here, the Unicorns, are 2 deliveries to disappear out the park.
The other side, a wicket would be really handy now for the Freedom. A dot ball and the wicket combined. It's massive. Again, he's looking Yorker. This is good stuff from Netravalka for the Freedom. So the pressure is mounting more in the back half of this over for the batting side here.
A congealing of the atmosphere here, because you can just feel it. You can just feel the pressure on the batting side. Look at the spectators. They sit there, 1-1-1, and so expect a breaking out here. This ball, this is the one, big swing.
Yeah, you got that feeling, don't you? It either goes through a boundary or stumps everywhere. He's been bowling full. Brilliantly bowled, brilliantly bowled. He's looking to go full in the blockle, so there's no leverage to get underneath the ball and send it out of the ballpark. Amazing, this 4 singles only.
Oh, Saurabh Netravalka. It's not quite in there, is it? Yeah, look at this, look at this. Look at, he wants one to disappear.
Yeah, and you're right, Pom. That last one wasn't quite the Yorker. It was almost there to actually disappear and send it straight back over his head. Another key one. Oh, hello! And, oh, not quite. Well done, I think that's been saved. Is that Mitch Owen, 6'5", gets around. So only 2, that in a way that really would have helped if it had gone for 4, but it's only 2 with 1 to go.
They'll be checking to make sure here. He's got to make sure he stays away from the Toblerone, and he does that. And then look at that, off he goes. Yeah, superb stuff now. An almighty swing, but it's short on strike. He's not just having a wild swing because he needs to still be there for the final one.
Huge moment in this contest. He'll keep the strike. That is an incredible over, folks. It goes for 7. That's it. The penultimate one goes for 7, and it is 2:17 for 6 here. What a tremendous over. Netravelka. 5 singles in that over and a brace. That's all. What a great effort. Found his Yorker, got his length right when it mattered. Wow, that's a great effort. Given that this is a 6-hitting ground, 1 for 35 in a knockout challenger situation.
Yeah, and all you have to look at is over 19, 29 to get, and he runs up and he bowls an over of just 7. That's really outstanding. It really is. And he says, right, I've left you 22, and 22 is not safe because this is a 6-hitting ground, and you've got Matt Short on strike, who's 108, and also Bartlett at the other end, both well adept at hitting 6s. They've hit 10 between them.
Mitch Owen, do not get into the legs of anyone, let alone Matt Short. What a start to this final over in the Challenger knockout match to see who makes it into Saturday's grand finale.
Dancing feet, and then the little pirouette at the end as well. Look at that, right out the middle. It's the skipper right out front, and he says, I'll do the job for you. Opposition skipper says, right, how do we contain this? How do we get him? What a start. Nerve jangling, if ever there was.
Netravelka, I've just been enlightened. Sorry, Owen. He doesn't normally bowl in the death overs. He got a 2 for 2 a month ago here at MLC. Oh, he went Yorker, and he's only just missed it. Kudos to Matt Short, who went across the stumps, and now it's 10 off 2. They need 12 off 4. Hold on to your seats, folks.
Oh, wow, that leg stump got exposed. He got up, and you watch him move across there. Look at how far across he goes. And some of the time you'll have a bowler just gamble for that leg stump, and then the batter can't catch up with it. He decided to follow, and you see on the face there that, oh, there is pressure, under pressure.
Yeah, what a great tune, Pom. Yeah, does crazy things to athletes, particularly bowlers in a death over. Last one. Oh, bowl, thinking 2. Are they going to get 2? Bartlett, he wants it. Oh, no, he's broken the stumps. House, that is huge.
Oh, no.
He has broken the stumps.
Oh, my goodness.
That is huge. The stumps have been broken by House without the ball, and that looked for all money that Matt Short would have been run out going back to the striking end. It'll be NO.
Thank you. One bail is removed. One bail is still on. Missed. Okay, can we just go back? Roll back, please. Roll back.
Wayne Boogie Woogie.
Okay, and roll forward for me gently. Thank you. Keep going. Okay, batter's across the line before the second bail has been removed. Ready for my decision for the big screen.
Confirmation from Wayne Boogie Woogie Knights upstairs here, and it is, yes, a life for Matt Short. 10 from 3. Can you believe it, Andres House?
After such a lovely couple of days as well.
Now that's just one.
What a mistake of the maker. Unbelievable. It really is. I mean,
still 9 from 2 now, Pom.
It is still 9 from 2. This could have been done. New batter come in, dot ball, and then bowl to the new batter. As you have it now, you've got Short still in there, and Bartlett can get the strike. Oh, needs a rescue.
Very nervous, Mitch Owen. Oh no, he's missed out there. That's it, done. If he'd hit that before and another one, it could have been a super over, but done. They are done here, sadly, the Unicorns, and Matt Short is left high and dry again.
The most relieved man in California. In fact, in the United States. Andres Gros, see that? He's cracked a smile. Just a ball before, 2 balls before, messed it up.
Ball done officially, but the one before had to go for 4 or 6. It didn't. And again, talk about symmetry. They have lost by 7 again, the Unicorns. They did it yesterday by losing to the LA Knight Riders by 7. They lose to the Freedom by 7 and do not make the grand finale on Saturday afternoon.
Hold your nerve. Can you hold your nerve under the pressure? Whilst all are losing theirs. Oh my goodness. Got a feel for Matt Short. What an innings he's played. 121 not out from 56, and still it's not sufficient. Cannot get them over the line. For the Freedom, well, they've been on a roller coaster. Just 3 balls ago, they would have felt that they missed their chance because they had the opportunity to run him out, Matt Short. And Gros with 2 goals, break the stumps. Bale stay on there, he misses, and then, well, he gets in and they complete the job, salvage the job in the end. It's been quite something.
Absolute relief for Ricky Ponting, who was smashing that chewing gum and hurling cups into the turf. The most relieved man is Andres Gros, as you said, Pommy and Bangwa, but also spare a thought for the coach. Yeah, big time. And Gros, whose wonderful innings of 73 really did set this up for the Freedom to get up. Massive relief for Stephen Smith. He gives it a bit of a pump and celebrate. But yeah, he is hugely relieved, and so is Mitch Owen. Yeah, tell me about it. How good is it to be a winner? Yeah, Ponting on fire.
Oh, I absolutely love the reactions. And both days, they would have sat there thinking, oh, this one's done. And we'll just have to wait with hope in our hearts, because just maybe we can. And there you go, both times they've got over the line. Different things, different ways, but still the same wonderful feeling of victory.
Netravalka for me too stands out hugely with that penultimate over. Yeah, same as last night over the Freedom with 7-run win, like LA Knight Riders over the Unicorns, and like in season 1, the Orcas, who topped the table in the round robin and getting the players, couldn't make it to the final. So that's a sad little stat, but it's true.
This is telling, the fact that everybody is all around Saurabh Netravalka. An over of just 7. His final one, it was the second last over of the match. They needed 29, and he had to leave something for whoever was going to bowl the final one. And have a look at these Yorkers right in at the block hole. He doesn't have a great deal of pace, so his margin for error is very slight, if there's any at all. He got it right where he needed to, and so left 22 to defend for Mitchell Owen, who went for 14, and that was enough.
Ironically, the Freedom win by 7, and it's exactly what he went for, Netravalka, in that 19th over. It's incredible how some of the math do that. Rightio, let's go down to the frenzy on the sideline with Amar Patel.
Here with Matt Short, captain of the San Francisco Unicorns. Commiserations on the loss today. Obviously very emotional. Talk to me about it right now.
Yeah, pretty disappointing couple of days. You know, we're fortunate enough to be able to come here today, obviously with a second chance, but probably got ourselves into position to win both of those games, and just disappointing that we probably finished it both the same way, and I mean it's pretty raw, but pretty disappointing.
100 for you in the chase. Did you feel that the total was too much headed into that second innings?
Oh, probably not after watching last night's game. You know, you probably think anything's possible, especially here with the shorter boundaries, but look, the conditions were in our favour as well. Obviously, it was a big score to chase, but couldn't get there in the end.
In terms of being here in Oakland in front of your home fans, reflect on this season as a whole, especially these playoffs.
Yeah, it's been pretty special to not only make the finals, but make the finals in front of our home crowd here at a special Oakland Coliseum. Thank you for all the supporters that have come tonight and throughout the tournament. It's been really cool having you here, and hopefully put on a bit of a show for you.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Thank you.
Tough luck this season, but thank you so much.
Thanks.
For the Unicorns, you look at that there. We said maybe if he got 120 or 30, he could get them over the line here tonight, but it wasn't to be again, and sadly lived up to the name. Matt Short, and they are again. Very frustrating for the captain, who played beautifully. And then Hassan Khan, 21 there, Bartlett 28, and they just didn't really quite have enough from Pretorius and Allen at the top again. Those gun openers have missed out in 2 of the playoffs. That has been a telling story, really, for the Unicorns. Freedom, well, in terms of that, Netravalka stands out for me. In fact, when you look at the analysis, he's the only one who's been in single figures in the economy. 8.75, 1 for 35, 7 dots to go with 7 runs off his final over in over 19. Huge from him, outstanding. Owen, well, he was expensive, but he doesn't normally bowl in the death overs, so it was tough for him. But the others, well, they chipped in at times.
It's a long way above par to be at under 9s in a game that's gone at just about 12s. That's absolutely fantastic by Netravalka. 1 for 35. You have to feel for Matt Short. 121 not out of 56. 94 not out the day before. That's the summary of it. The challenger match. Freedom, who have skated by the seats of their pants through the course of this season. There'd still be negative net run rate, actually, but they're into the final, and that's all that matters. The Unicorns, 231 for 6, can't get there. The Freedom by 7 runs.
Extraordinary, isn't it? Really is. And these two, for a lot of us, they had the chance here in the Challenger. 2 bites at the cherry. Lost last night. They both got out for ducks. They both get starts tonight, get into the teens and can't go on. Crazy. It's such a shame. Out for 18, Pretorius.